Sports. On air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome to night 2 from the Bowling Green Invitational 99th Annual. It's Maddie Ingram, Chris Grody in with you. We're in the high school gym as we'll be bringing you championship semifinals tonight. The Clopton Lady Hawks, they're the top seed in this tournament, and they will be taking on the 5 seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs as we head into this one. As we get started, these two teams are EMO conference opponents. They both had some successful seasons. It'll be all out on the line here as they fight for a spot in the championship on KJFM WBBA Sports.
People's Bank and Trust, and J. Roberts Jewelry. Family Drug, your community health mart pharmacy in Louisiana, reminds you that this is a good time to review your medicine cabinet. Another cold and flu season means taking stock of outdated or no longer used medication. The folks at Family Drug also remind you that changes in your prescriptions may pose drug interaction problems. When you're choosing a pharmacy for your family's prescription, talk to your dedicated staff at Family Drug, Louisiana. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer at People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic knows that getting the best care for your pet is a top priority. They strive to provide the greatest quality medical and surgical care for our furry companions. Their newly expanded and remodeled facility with accommodations for comprehensive inpatient hospital care and complete outpatient care allows the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic to keep your pet healthy and safe so the whole family can cheer on our area teams.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Perkins Electrical Services, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
In the high school gym this evening, Maddie Ingram, Chris Grody with KJFM WBBA Sports. We'll also have some consolation semifinals taking place in the middle school gym. So let's talk a little bit about how we got to this game and how we're here today. As we had 8 games yesterday, and they were probably like, oh my gosh, you have more today? Are you guys okay? We are okay. We're here, and you should mainly be asking about these teams as they, you have some weeks where you play back-to-back, but this is tournament play, so it's a little bit different. So they've had a little over 24 hours maybe since their last game.
Well, it was kind of neat yesterday because, it was a lot. And we were here, the last game started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But Bowling Green does have the 2 gyms, the high school gym and the middle school gym, and it allowed the tournament to catch back up. So we are on track as of today, supposedly.
Yes. So taking a look at the girls bracket, this is how we got here. It was Clopton defeating Van Far, so it was a 1-8 matchup. That was our first game of the evening yesterday, and it was Clopton getting the win 74-39. In the middle school gym, it was Silex in Louisiana, and Louisiana was the 5 seed in that matchup. They defeated the 4 seed Silex 55-36. So that's how these two teams got here. And then falling to that consolation side of the bracket, it's Van Far and Silex, and they will be playing right now in the middle school gym. You can find that game online on our YouTube page, or you can go to KJFMWBBA.com, and you can find it there as well. In the bottom half of the bracket for the girls, the 7 seed Bowling Green Lady Cats fell to the 2 seed Ellsbury. Ellsbury advanced on the championship side of the bracket. They'll be taking on Winfield, as Winfield pulled off a big upset. It was the 6 seed Winfield Lady Warriors defeating the 3 seed North Callaway Lady Thunderbirds 68-67. That was a really, really fun game yesterday, and Mark and April had the opportunity to do that one, and we should have a really good game right after this. It's Louisiana and Clopton to start. After that, it'll be Ellsbury and Winfield. In the middle school gym, the lineup is Van Far and Silex, and then Bowling Green and North Callaway. So a lot of our EMO conference teams finding their way here and trying to find their way to a championship to try to bring home some hardware. We'll continue to talk about this one and talk about our keys to the game next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Processing and Smokehouse Meats, All Parts, and Farmers National Bank of Griggsville.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate. Loving our small town life.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe, or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm agents. Pepsi and Ackles Farm Market.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Our keys to the game as the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs are the 5 seed coming into this one to take on a tough top-seeded Clopton Lady Hawks. But one of the big things, and I feel like we bring it up every time Clopton's on the floor, but man, do they have some endurance and they have a deep bench. So if you're Louisiana, you're going to have to stay out of foul trouble, and you better have your running shoes on.
Yeah, both of the Spoonster girls are unbelievable. And is it Bria or Brianna? Bria Smith, she also has been, just on fire in the games that you and I have watched them play. So, a key to a game for anybody playing against Clopton is try to control that quick score offense that the Lady Hawks have, which is we've seen very difficult for many teams.
Yes, they're going to put on that full court pressure, and they're going to try to get some steals, and often they do, and then they try to score in transition. So Louisiana, I think that they work super well together. Sometimes it takes just a little bit to get going, but whenever they're flowing and they're doing all of the little things right, they're working together and they're communicating, man, they are a very, very fun team to watch, and we've seen them come back from some deficits and be down 10, 15 points and be able to come back and on the side of victory. So we know that there's some warriors and there's some kids that just never give up. So it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out, both looking for their spot in the championship game, which would be played on Friday. So Clopton, the top seed, and then your 5 seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. We have a good one headed your way in about 5 minutes. We'll come back with our starting lineups next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, and the Pierre Pizza at the Bridge.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement has also taken great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company, Bowling Green.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
CMC Distributing in Louisiana is the place to turn for steel, culverts, industrial supplies, and central welding supplies. In addition, CMC Distributing offers trailer parts, truck accessories, truck beds, and trailer repairs. At CMC Distributing, they always go the extra mile while working hard to make sure you're satisfied. They do it that way for a simple reason. They appreciate your business. CMC Distributing, Highway 54, west of Louisiana.
Best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
In the high school gym, we have the championship semifinal as the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the Clopton Lady Hawks get ready to square off. We have our starting lineups. Getting the start today for Louisiana, it'll be Jordan Pedersen, Ty Campbell, Reagan Bowser, Emily Powell, and Reese Womack. So it's Womack, Powell, Bowser, Campbell, Pedersen for the Lady Bulldogs. So a typical starting five from them. And then you'll have your typical starting five from the Clopton Lady Hawks. Brea Smith, Skylar Parker, Charlie Spoonster, Tinley Spoonster, and Campbell Lindsay gets the start. So Lindsay, Spoonster, Parker, Smith for the Clopton Lady Hawks. About 2 minutes away from game time here, and I believe that we'll have starting. I believe that they'll do starting lineups and the national anthem tonight in this game. I'm not 100% sure. I know that they were trying to move things along pretty quickly yesterday because of how many games we had. So we will keep you updated on that. But that is about 2 minutes away from all of that and more, and hopefully have some basketball action headed your way here soon. If you're wanting to catch some of the other games that are going on in the middle school gym, we have you covered there, as well as Mark and April Froenick are stationed in the middle school gym. And so they will have all of that coverage for you there as well. It's Van Far and Silex to start the evening. 1:46 to go until this game starts. We'll be back with more next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Silex Banking Company, and Pike Lincoln Technical Center.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. But with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and the Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and Gambino's Eatery.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Get the best deals of the year during New Holland's Value Bonanza, going on now at Bowling Green Tractor. Put 0% financing for 72 months in your pocket, or choose a freeloader on Workmaster subcompact and compact tractors and Boomer compact tractors. Reliable, powerful, and easy to run. They help you tackle chores without breaking the bank. Work smarter with year-end Value Bonanza savings at Bowling Green Tractor. Stop in today. Offers end December 31st. For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualifications and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC. LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required. From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Maddie Ingram, Chris Grody, and with you. We're in the high school gym as we prepare for a championship semifinal this evening. The winner of this game will play on Friday night. The loser of this game will also play on Friday night, but instead it would be for third place. And both of these teams, while third place isn't a bad spot to play for, I know they're both wanting to make their way to the championship. They've just introduced the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. They are moving on to the Clopton Lady Hawks. And going to go down those starting lineups again for Louisiana: Jordan Pedersen, Ty Campbell, Reagan Bowser, Emily Powell, Reese Womack. And then for the Clopton Lady Hawks, Brea Smith, Skylar Parker, Charlie Spoonster, Tinley Spoonster, and Campbell Lindsay.
That Charlie Spoonster is really fun to watch. I mean, this whole Clopton team has got some talent, but Charlie's just a freshman, correct?
She is.
Yeah.
She and Ashlyn Noah, and they've both been great assets to the team this year. It'll be Reese Womack for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. We'll see who Coach Street sends to center circle for tip-off. Be Brea Smith. Just waiting on officials.
What?
And now we're ready to go. Clopton gets the ball from the tip. It's Brea Smith knocking it into the hands of Charlie Spoonster. A high pass brought in by Campbell Lindsay. A 3-ball from Tinley Spoonster. It's no good. Brought back out. Skylar Parker's put it up. Bucket in the foul.
Just like that.
Clopton gets on the board. And Parker is at the free throw line trying to make it a 3-point play. Her shot up and nothing but net. He's able to convert. 3-0 the lead for Clopton. That was quick. And they're going to trap Powell. Get it out to Jordan Pedersen as she's going to be greeted by Tinley Spoonster. Nice pass over to Ty Campbell, who bounces it once and then puts it off the glass. 3-2. As Ty Campbell opens up the scoring for the Lady Bulldogs. Quick move from Charlie. She's going to swing it around to her sister Tinley. Bounce pass up to Skylar Parker, and then a pass intended for Brea Smith. It finds Emily Powell instead. She's going to bring it up the floor for the Lady Bulldogs, get it to Reese Womack. She picks up her dribble and sends a pass to the right corner for Reagan Bowser. Reagan drives the lane, but kicks it back out to Emily Powell. Emily's going to be guarded by Charlie Spoonster. We're getting it to Reagan Bowser. Reagan picks up her dribble. Nice pass. Everything opened up for Reese Womack. She's in for the layup.
Really easy, good cut from her from the top of the key there down to the basket. Good pass.
First lead of the night for Louisiana, 4-3. Clopton got on the board earlier with a shot from Skylar Parker, and then she was able to convert the 3-point play at the free throw line. That's where their 3 points come from. Nice pass up the middle, then kicked over to Campbell Lindsay. Her jumper rims around and then falls. Louisiana getting it ahead quickly, trying to beat the full court press. Emily Powell's going to drive. Everything opens up. She kicks it to Jordan Pedersen, who was all alone in the corner. She couldn't get her hands on it, and so they'll start over. Reese Womack turns her back on the defender, and then they give it to Jordan Pedersen. Jordan loses a handle on it, taken by Tinley. Tinley tries to go coast to coast and gets it over to Skylar Parker. A really heads-up pass there, sharing the basketball, 7-4.
Not even sure how she knew Skylar was over there. She never looked that way, but saw her, and great no-look pass over the top of the defender.
We have our first foul for Tinley, or is it Charlie? It's Charlie Spoonster, so it'll be her first.
You did call that against Charlie.
I'm going to say, where was Charlie?
Yeah.
What was she doing? So pass ahead to Emily Powell. And Ty Campbell, she's going to dribble around, then gives it right back to Reese Womack. She wants a long three ball. It's tipped, doesn't come anywhere near the net. Going out of bounds, trying to save it was Reagan Bowser, but she tosses it right back to Charlie Spoonster. Charlie gets it ahead to Campbell Lindsay. Count the bucket and the foul.
Down to the corner, and again, she never even looked that way. She just could see it in a great pass from Charlie to Campbell Lindsay. The foul was against Emily Powell.
That'll be her first. Shot hits the back of the iron, then falls through. Able to convert the three-point play, and man, that press is tough, but Emily Powell is able to navigate it, gets it ahead to Reagan Bowser. It's swatted away by Brea Smith. It'll go out of bounds, last touched by Clopton.
Good play by Brea. Heads up. Keep the ball, because that would have been a sure fairly easy layup. I say easy, nothing with basketball easy.
Powell gets it to Reese Womack. Ty Campbell with a bounce pass to Reese. She looks at the three ball, but then decides to dribble in. She sets the screen and gets it off to Jordan Pedersen. Pedersen, her shot is wide. Good rebound by Brea Smith. Clopton is moving from right to left on the radio dial. If you're just joining us, it's a 10-4 lead for the Lady Hawks with 4:49 to play in the first quarter. Brea Smith using her pivot foot to make some room. She gets it over to Skylar Parker. Parker gives it right back to Brea. She loses it. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Lady Bulldogs. Teresa Chapman coming in for Jordan Pedersen.
Clopton running a press fairly quick in the game.
Powell to Womack. Womack's pass was intended to go up ahead, and it was swatted by Charlie Spoonster.
Yeah, she is a basketball player, no doubt.
Ty Campbell being guarded by Skylar Parker, and then a trap. She's forced to make a pass that goes out of bounds. She's trying to get it ahead to Reagan Bowser.
Not a lot of attention there on the Bulldogs. That ball, I think, could have been grabbed down here, don't you think? And they just kind of let it go out of bounds. Down 6 points, you think you want to get every chance
as much as you can. Ashlyn Noah into the game for the Lady Hawks. Skylar Parker has a seat. Finley in the corner. Nice look from Charlie. Ashlyn Noah was a little too far underneath the basket. Her shot goes up and it's tipped. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Clopton. They lead by 6.
Jordan Peterson checks in for the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs.
Tinley tries to get a bounce pass in. She bounces it off the foot of Reese Womack. So they'll try it again. Nice skip pass to Brea Smith, who's going to drive and then kicks it right back out to Tinley Spoonster. Her jumper is good.
Her first 2 points for the night.
Louisiana breaks that press pretty quick there. Getting it ahead to Deprecia Chapman. She bounces off Tinley Spoonster and falls out of bounds. It'll be Clopton's basketball.
How is that not a block? What? She drove to the basket and was knocked down by the Lady Hawk, but they gave it to the Lady Dogs.
What a pass from Brea Smith. Ashlyn Noah is right there underneath the hoop. She puts it up for another 2. 14-4. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with more next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by MASH, Emmerich Insurance Marketing Group, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
With 14 stores across Missouri and Illinois, Lacrosse Lumber Company provides lumber, quality products, and service to homeowners, builders, DIYers, and more. Some of the top brand names in the business available. Lacrosse Lumber has what you need for your next project. Stop into any location for a free estimate before you start your next build. Lacrosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Louisiana trails Clopton 14-4. Our score as we move our way through the first quarter of action. pretty good run here from Clopton as things have been going in their favor. 3:49 to play in the first quarter.
And they've not done anything that we haven't seen them do already. I mean, they're good about getting the ball down the court and then down low for an easy shot.
Patterson decides to dribble to get it across the timeline. She's met by Noah and Lindsay. Get it ahead to Depresha Chapman. Chapman looked, but there was nothing there. It's Powell who's going to drive, kick it off to Ty Campbell. Ty Campbell navigates the traffic, but gets it back out to Jordan Patterson. Patterson to Powell to Womack. Now Chapman's going to dribble around. Hanging around near the perimeter. Louisiana's got to find a way to drive to the hoop. Jordan Patterson's going to try it here. Count the bucket and the foul.
You called that.
So got it that time. It was making room, and let's see who the foul's going to be against.
Two of them there, so I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
Looks
I
like
think it may be
Lindsay
Ashlyn Noah or Campbell.
Lindsay.
Okay. So
For her first.
Patterson is able to convert the three-point play. And cuts the lead in half, 14-7. Charlie to Campbell. Charlie with a pass to Brea Smith. She brings it in and sees that no one's there. She said, I'll take this shot.
Thank you.
And she made that look easy. 16-7, Clopton has the lead with under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. This is the championship semifinal. Louisiana tries to get it ahead. It's taken by Tinley Spoonster. Tinley pulls up, looks for a shot, gets it out to Ashlyn Noah, who drives, and her shot just kind of rolls around off the finger. Getting the rebound, it's Jordan Patterson. Patterson presses ahead and just dribbles around. Now it's Chapman who sees things open up. We do have a foul. It's going to be on the floor. And that'll be the second on Campbell Lindsay.
So she'll get a seat just for a little bit, I'm sure.
Louisiana at the baseline trying to inbound the basketball. They're going to have to work here. Something has to give, and it's Depresha Chapman who comes all the way up. Now she's met by Jasmine Hammett, putting a whole bunch of pressure, and she holds the ball for too long. So turnover for the Bulldogs. It'll be Clopton's basketball.
Yeah, she had pressure on her the whole time, and she called for some help, but nobody came or certainly came too late.
Skylar Parker who gets it to Charlie. Charlie to Brea Smith. Everything was open for her, but she decided she's going to share it with her teammate, Ashlyn Noah, and it goes right through Noah's hands.
Those are two really close passes. The first one to Brea was really close, and then hers to...
Louisiana's pass inbound is taken by Charlie Spoonster. She heads and takes it to the hoop. 18-7. Don't want that to happen again. They made it look easy the first time, and it is stolen away. They're going to have to beat that full court pressure.
Yeah, it's certainly causing the Lady Bulldogs a little bit of problems.
We saw Louisiana last season defeat Clopton at home, and they did a really good job of making those adjustments against the full court pressure. It doesn't seem like that's what they're doing today, and I know that Clopton has turned it up some. Long three ball from Jordan Patterson. It's off the iron and no good. Nice quick pass up the court from Brea Smith to Skylar Parker. She takes a dribble, takes it to the hoop. 20-7. Reese Womack with a bounce pass to Reagan Bowser, taken by Brea Smith. She gets it to Charlie Spoonster. Oh. What a pass. No look. She knew exactly where Ashlyn Noah was. She puts it in the hole for two. 22-7, 1:21 to play here in the first quarter of action. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back with more on KJFM WBBA Sports.
By Rural Cyclery Bicycle Shop and Coffee Bar, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
It's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, No Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
22-7. Man, Clopton has it turned on here, and it seems like Louisiana's kind of back on their heels. They started off doing pretty decent and understanding what they had to do. They had a game plan, and it seemed like Clopton took their game plan and said, well, we're just going to stir up the crazy a little bit and see how you respond.
Clopton's playing fast. It doesn't look like Louisiana really has a lot of energy or a lot of desire. I mean, they're kind of slow on some of the passes, and their effort is a little bit slower. I mean, Clopton wants this win, and you can see it. So the Lady Bulldogs are going to have to pick it up a couple notches.
It'll be Louisiana's basketball out of the timeout. Nice deep pass down to Ty Campbell. She bounces off Ashlyn Noah. She puts it off the glass for 2. That's first points in a while for Louisiana. Ashlyn Noah to Brea Smith. Brea tries to make an acrobatic pass. It looks like we have a foul on the floor.
Called on 25 on Emily Powell.
So that'll be Emily Powell's second.
Second.
Tinley Spoonster comes into the basketball game for Brea Smith. Brea's going to have a seat. She's worked hard.
They should have to show us the numbers, too.
Yeah. And getting it quickly into Ashlyn Noah. Ashlyn Noah puts up a shot. Tried to get the rebound, Tinley Spoonster, and we have a foul on the floor again.
That's on Jordan.
Yeah. She just kind of fell down right on top of Tinley. And Emily Powell will have a seat as Reese Womack re-enters. Bounce pass to Noah. To Charlie. Charlie has a pass over Tinley. Jalea Reese has made her appearance on the floor and knocks it out.
Yeah, does a good job to knock that pass out, going down to the corner to a wide open Clopton Lady Hawk.
Looks like we'll have another timeout here. With less than a minute to play in the first quarter of action, 22-9, Clopton leads Louisiana on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Geared Up, and Pepsi.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. That commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service, auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Area High School Sports, 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
A 3-ball put up by the Clopton Lady Hawks. Ashlyn Noah, she's going to turn around, and she is fouled on her shot going up after the rebound. And the foul is on Ty Campbell. I believe it'll be her first.
It is her first.
Ashlyn Noah at the free throw line. Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter. We have an update from the middle school gym. It is a 1-point lead for Silex as they lead Van Far 12-11 after the first quarter. So a tight one there.
Very.
Second free throw does count as Ashlyn Noah puts that one through with ease. 23-9. Womack to toss it in for the Bulldogs. And Ty Campbell immediately loses a handle on it. We're going to have a tie-up as Clopton was right there ready to attack. Should be Clopton's basketball as the possession arrow favors the Lady Hawks, so it'll stay on the left side of Jim.
Ty just couldn't hang on to that pass, and shit, 2 Lady Hawks on her. Oh, this could be a dunk.
Long pass. Jasmine Hammett couldn't get to it. Jalea Reese used her speed to get her hands on it. She pushes ahead, but it was the speed of the Lady Hawks who got her tripped up. She falls, but it'll stay with Louisiana. Brea Smith entering for Charlie Spoonster.
Called that on Jasmine Hammett. Her first.
23-9. Clopton leads. Louisiana would like to get into double digits at least here. Reagan Bowser looks to take the shot, and then she says, I'm going to dribble in a little bit closer and make this a sure thing. She gives that double digits that I was asking for the Lady Bulldogs. 23-11. Skylar Parker gets it ahead to Brea Smith. Smith to Parker. To Tinley. Tinley down to Brea. Brea spins. Her shot is tipped and taken by the Lady Bulldogs. Jordan Pedersen looks for some help, then opts to dribble herself. She's going to dribble up the court, and has her pocket picked by Parker. Couldn't get it out of the hand fast enough as Brea Smith looked to make a long football pass, but that is how the first quarter will end. 23-11, our score from the first quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter of action next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ackles Farm Market, People's Bank and Trust, and J. Roberts Jewelry.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned operated since 1989. Low factory direct prices, high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly to last. See how much you can save. Sun Windows, 573-549-2080. Details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161, Middletown. Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Browns Processing and Smokehouse, Young Enterprises, Family Rock.
Hear all the action from the 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Rock in Louisiana.
Second quarter of action headed your way here shortly. It's been a very impressive first quarter from the Clopton Lady Hawks. It seems like Louisiana is just trying to get things going, moving a little slow, and I think that their game plan may have been kind of fried within that first 2 or 3 minutes. It seemed like things were going well, and then all of a sudden something got them down, and they just haven't responded.
Well, and Clopton pushes the ball so hard, girls and boys, you know, and if you're not doing very well right off the bat, it can certainly cause you to fall behind in your game plan.
Jalea Reese takes the ball across the timeline for Louisiana and has the ball taken away from her. She loses a handle on it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Clopton's basketball.
And you see the team spirit kind of down there. She loses the ball, and then she kind of walks off. And, got to bring your team up and stay in the game as best you can.
And Reese has been a player that has been injured a lot of the season, and so this is really her first week back. Nice pass down low to Brea Smith. She was too far under the hoop. Yeah. She hits the bottom of the goal. Getting a rebound, it's Louisiana. But as I was mentioning about Reese, it'd be nice to see her explode and have some of that energy that she brought to the team last year. But I know that takes time, especially when you've battled an injury and you've been on the bench for a majority of the season.
Yeah, just kind of getting back into the rhythm of confidence even.
Pedersen throws up a 3-ball. It's wide, but the rebound is taken by Reagan Bowser. Reagan Bowser forces a pass to Womack, and it's taken by Tinley. Tinley gets it to Charlie, and we have a foul on the floor.
It's going to be on Reagan Bowser, her second.
It'll be Depresha Chapman coming in for Reagan Bowser. Tinley at the baseline. Nice little bounce pass to Charlie. Gets it to Brea Smith. Smith over to Parker. Parker gives it to Charlie, who is all alone. Her 3-ball is long off the back of the iron. And now it's Jordan Pedersen, who is in some trouble. She gets ahead to Ty Campbell, who came to her rescue. Ty is going to have to navigate a couple of defenders. Getting it ahead to Jordan Pedersen. She puts up a shot. I think she was looking to draw the foul there. It's blocked by Brea Smith. And now the Clopton Hawks are off to the races. Nice couple of passes to get the ball up the court with their speed, but it is tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Clopton.
The Lady Hawks are so quick down the court to find the open player under the basket even, and they do such a good job. And they did a good job to get the ball down there, just couldn't hang on to it. In this case, good defense by the Lady Bulldogs.
Jalea Reese to Ty Campbell. It seemed like Louisiana tried to take a page out of Clopton's book there as quickly as they got the ball up the court. Now it's Ty who will bounce off of Smith. To Chapman. Chapman to Pedersen. She moves around a couple of defenders. Her shot with the right hand does not fall. Nice pass up ahead to Skylar Parker, but it was Reese Womack who was racing to get in front of her. and ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, good no call, good defense on Reese to keep that shot, keep those points off the board.
Looks like Brylan Stewart will check into the game, as well as Emily Powell. Coming out, it's Pedersen and Campbell. 23-11, Clopton leads this game with 6 minutes to play in the first half. Bounce pass to Charlie from Tinley. Charlie will let her offense get set up. She swings it to the right wing, and then they're going to swing it back around. Hammett guarded by Womack, who has a height advantage. Tinley in the corner. Back to Hammett, and now Tinley looks for the bounce pass through the middle. Ashley Noah has that blocked by Stewart. Stewart and Paul work together, and, man, saving herself from a travel, that was Jalea Reese. She was just thinking a couple steps ahead.
Foot was stuck to the floor.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Chapman swings it to Reese. Reese is going to drive, bouncing off Charlie. She picks up her dribble. She's going to use her pivot foot, spins completely around, gives it to Womack. Now Emily Powell moves through the lane. Everything opens up, but no, she can't get her shot to fall. Brylan Stewart tries to get the rebound, and bodies end up on the floor, and the ball goes out of bounds. But it'll be, do we have a foul?
Yep, Brylan Stewart.
So it'll be on Brylan.
Her first.
No change in score for the last couple of possessions. 23-11 with just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. Long three ball from Tinley off the front of the iron, and then getting her own rebound. Kicks it out to Hammett. Hammett's shot is no good. Noah tries to get the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. She just didn't have her footing under her.
Yeah, and again, Maddie, they do a real good job, Clopton does, of getting an athlete down to the corner under the basket, and it's just almost, Louisiana's almost oblivious to that player until they've got it in their hands. Good pass.
Out to Womack, who was all by herself, and, man, she wanted that three ball, but it was just a little short getting the rebound. It's the Lady Hawks. Brea Smith. Tinley was all by herself. She wants three. She says swish. Add 3 to the score for the Lady Hawks, 26-11. Now Louisiana is going to have to work through this pressure, using her dribble and then giving a pass off to Womack. Underhanded, left hand goes up for the layup for Womack, and she puts it in for 2.
I can't stir my coffee with my left hand. And she made that shot look pretty natural.
Yeah, it was very effortless. Nice pass to Ashley Noah. Count the bucket and the foul, as Brylan Stewart may have got a little handsy there. Big performance from Noah. She's been big. I mean, she's been coming off the bench for the last couple of weeks, it seems. She had been getting some starts earlier in the season, but Campbell Lindsay has kind of rotated in that 5th-man spot. And so Noah coming off the bench and having the games that she's had has been very impressive.
Yeah, she certainly looks good tonight for sure.
Converts 3-point play. She has a couple of those today.
Yeah. 2 for sure.
29-13 with 4 minutes to play in the first half. Louisiana, it's Emily Powell trapped near the the Louisiana bench, and then we're forcing a pass ahead. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Bulldogs, so it'll be Clopton's basketball. Those turnovers have been a story for Louisiana, and not a good one.
And those turnovers are coming because Clopton is trapping the ball handler, and then they panic and have made bad passes in that case. We've seen that multiple times.
Riley Kuntz looks,
good.
But there's nothing there, and then it's taken by Ty Campbell. She has Charlie Spoonster coming after her, but Ty pulls up just in time, puts a shot in for the Lady Bulldogs. 29-15.
Good steal and drive for 2 points for Campbell.
Smith, everything is wide open. Her shot was a jumper about 15 foot out, rims in and out, taken by Emily Powell. Powell dribbles around Parker. It was a nice look to get a pass to Pedersen, but I think Powell had some room. She should have just thrown it up herself.
It was a good move on her part. You know, she drove all the way down and then cut into to her left to the top side of the court. And I thought she had a fairly easy layup, but looked to pass it back. It's a good cut on her part.
It's Charlie with the basketball for the Lady Hawks, and Hammett does everything she can not to pull that back foot.
Yeah,
she was dragging. Bounce pass to Parker in the corner. Parker wants 3, no, and Riley Kuntz was right there to get the rebound, and it bounces off of Kuntz to Hammett. Hammett wants the 3 now, no. Brea Smith, she is everywhere. They're going to get it out to Parker, and her jumper is good. Floats right in, 31-15.
Yeah.
And that full court pressure again. Brea Smith with the steal, and we have a foul. That's going to be on Pedersen.
That almost should have been a travel over a foul. I mean, Brea was trying to pull the ball away, but there wasn't much contact there. But they certainly called it for Jordan Pedersen for her second.
Ball swatted out by Emily Powell, so they'll try again. Yeah, I don't know. Jordan really didn't do much. She saw that it was coming, and she just kind of stood there, and she was still called for the foul.
When you fall down, it certainly looks like there's a foul.
Right. Charlie at the top of the key for the Lady Hawks. She'll dribble through her legs, and then a lob pass to Parker. Try to get it down to Kuntz, and taken away by Womack as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Reese was surprised the ball came to her as quick as it did. She tried to get her hands up to catch it, and it couldn't quite hang on to it, but it was one of those no-look passes down low, and the Clopton Lady Hawk had already cut back up court.
Tinley with a long pass to the top of the key for Parker. Parker with a pass down to Noah. They're going to get it back out. Charlie looks, then gets it right back to Noah. Noah's shot is blocked by Reese Womack, and then we have a foul after the block. We'll see who that goes on. I think it may be Depresha Chapman.
Call that on Campbell Lindsay.
So it'll be Louisiana's basketball. It'll be the third for Campbell.
Third, yeah.
So she'll have a seat as Hammett comes back in. And Womack to inbound. She gets it to Jordan Pedersen, who immediately just starts looking for help. Now she's going to dribble. She's being guarded by Skylar Parker and Charlie. And Charlie and Parker take it to the hoop. Couple of bounce passes, and now our score 33-15 as a timeout is called on the floor. We're about 2 minutes away from halftime. We'll be back with the rest of the first half on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, All Parts, and Farmers National Bank of Griggsville.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning Bowling Green School District money today just by using debit card. Remember FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vic Walder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
33-15 our score here in the high school gym as we have 2 minutes to go until halftime. From the middle school gym, we have score to report at halftime. It is Silex leading Van Far 26-19. Mark Froelich, April Froelich in the middle school gym this evening, bringing you that game on KJFM WBBA.com. You can check that out on our YouTube page as Emily Powell has her pocket pick from behind. Depresha Chapman tries to get ahead to throw her body in front of a pass that was intended for Charlie Spoonster. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Bulldogs.
Reese Womack did a good job to keep that from getting down underneath the basket, but it does keep the ball here in the Clopton's possession.
Pass to Ashlyn Noah. Man, she makes that look easy. A good footwork there from Ashlyn, and she puts it up for another 2. 20-point lead now for Clopton, and we have a foul as reaching, I believe it was Jasmine Hammett, or did they give it to Skylar Parker? They both looked up and threw up their hands. Yep. It was Skylar Parker. Emily Powell will now dribble around, and it's to Womack. Womack to Pedersen. I wish she would just use her dribble. She's just looking for the pass immediately. You got to get out of that mindset. It's Campbell who's going to give off a bounce pass to Reese Womack. She wants a three. It's off the back of the iron a little bit too long, getting the rebound. Ashlyn Noah. Noah to Charlie. Charlie was trying to speed ahead, and she gets it to Ashlyn Noah. Nobody was looking for that pass to happen except for maybe Charlie and Ashlyn. 37-15. Louisiana, it's going to be DePriest Chapman. She's guarded by Ashlyn Noah, and she has a little bit of pressure, and she decides, well, maybe I don't want to do what I'm going to do here, and she ends up actually with a carry. It was that hesitation where you could just see her mind kind of went blank. The things that she had planned on doing weren't going to be happening, and so that's where that turnover happened.
Yeah, I know you said earlier they got to use their dribble a little quicker, but, this pressure that Clopton has given the Lady Bulldogs, they really need to get the ball down as quick as they can, and it's causing the Lady Bulldogs to make some real bad decisions, which is what it's for.
Dada is a little bit short, down taken, and a pass ahead, but man, Charlie is everywhere, just like Brea Smith.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So it's taken right back by the Clopton Lady Hawks. It was a really nice pass intended to get Louisiana up on that scoreboard again. It's been a while since they've put it up for two. But as time ticks down, it's Clopton who will play for the last shot here in the first half. Charlie hanging around near the top of the key with 2 seconds. She gets it to Tinley. Tinley throws up a three. It's off the front of the iron. No good. We're headed to halftime. Our score 37-15. Clopton leads Louisiana in this championship semifinal on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the week coverage.
Hello, welcome to Skype call testing service. After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
In the high school gym, we have just coming out of halftime. It's 37-15. Clopton leads Louisiana. As Maddie Ingram, Chris Grody in with you for KJFM WBBA Sports. It's Clopton with the basketball out of halftime. And Ashley Noah puts up a shot. Her shot is no good. Getting the rebound, Skylar Parker. She gets it right back to Noah. They put it up again, and we have a jump ball on the floor.
Yeah, the little technical difficulties for halftime, huh? You didn't even stress out. You just got it fixed.
I just had to get it fixed. That's all we had to do.
Yeah.
It'll be Louisiana's basketball. So they have a deficit to come back from. We'll try to pass along some scoring from the first half as we move throughout the third period of action. But 37-15.
What do they do?
She's kind of spinning around. They've got to help her out. She's trapped in the corner.
How was that not 5 seconds?
Taking it up the floor and putting it up off the glass. It's Ty Campbell. Now 37-17. They've cut it down to 20 points. The lead for the Lady Hawks. Clopton, they swing it to Tinley in the corner. Tinley wants the long three. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound taken. Well, I guess it's got a scrap on the floor for that. So it was the possession arrow does favor Clopton. So that is who it will stay with. Thank you for joining us as we have this championship semifinal here in the high school gym. In the middle school gym, we have the consolation semifinal, and last we checked, it was the quarter. As they swing the basketball around to Parker. Parker tries to get a pass to Tinley, and it's taken by the Lady Bulldogs. Emily Powell has her pocket pick from behind by Ashlyn Noah. Swatted out of bounds, last touched by the Lady Hawks. So it'll stay with Louisiana. Reese Womack to inbound. She's located near the bleachers closest to us. As she gets it to Jordan Pedersen. Pedersen bounces off Parker to Campbell. Campbell tries to take it to the glass. She gets it right back out to Jordan Pedersen. Her three ball is off. Getting the rebound, it's Smith. And she gets it to Charlie. Charlie just kind of is a pinball herself. She just bounces off of people and continues to stay standing. It's impressive. Feeding it down low to Ashlyn Noah. She is fouled. Her shot was no good. So she's headed to the free throw line.
Who did they call a foul on? 20. Reese.
So it'll be, is that her first?
That is her first. Noah's first free throw is good. Be her 13th point of this game.
She gears up for her second, and it's nothing but net. 39-17 our score. Maddie Ingram, Chris Grody with you in the high school gym from the 99th Annual Bowling Green Tournament. Breaking that full court pressure, it's Reese Womack, who was greeted by three Lady Hawks, getting it over to Emily Powell. Emily Powell gets it to Campbell. To Womack. Womack throws up her shot. It was a runner, and it was in and out. Rebound quickly swapped by the Clopton Lady Hawks. And Charlie with a pass through the legs. Then gets it to Ashlyn Noah. She looked like she was going to break to the left hard, but nice pass to Ashlyn. 41-17. Nice pass from Reagan Bowser. It's Campbell's shot that is up a little high off the glass. Rebound taken by Charlie. Charlie ahead to Parker. Parker can't get a great hold on it, but it looks like we do have a foul on the floor.
Number 1. That'd be hurt Jordan Peterson's third.
Finley gets it to Brea Smith. Smith to Hammett. She's right near the free throw line. Throws up a shot. It rims in and out. No good. Powell with the rebound. She'll bring the basketball up the court for the Lady Bulldogs. Moving from right to left on your radio dial.
A lot of contact.
Powell finds Pedersen, who just kind of can't find her footing with the pressure, but somehow she does. She drives to the middle, puts it up, goes around the rim a couple of times, and then falls.
Oh, takes the ball.
It is Jordan Pedersen with the steal. And as she heads to the other end, she puts it up, and her layup is too high off the glass. Getting the rebound, it's Clopton. Spoonster pulls up as she feeds it down low to Ashlyn Noah, but Pedersen was right there. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Noah.
You know, Maddie, one of the things Louisiana, they get the ball out here at the key, and they kind of fake that three, but Clopton doesn't bite on that. But when the Lady Bulldogs drive to the basket, they get into the scoring range. They just don't finish on some of these shots.
Yeah, they're not scared to drive, and it has been very good for them this year to see that growth. But against a team like this, you're going to have to continue to do that, and you're going to have to make those shots count.
Yeah.
Swinging it to Reese Womack. She wanted that three ball again. Depresha Chapman with the rebound, and her shot is no good. It falls into the hands of Charlie. Charlie's going to press ahead as Clopton gets set up quickly offensively. She feeds it to Smith. Smith to Lindsay. Slow up and then pulling up with a three-point shot. Nothing but net for Charlie as she adds to the Lady Hawks lead, 44-19. And stolen right back with that full court pressure. Spoonster said, I'll take another two. How about 46-19? They almost did it there again. Oh, Charlie comes in out of nowhere, and she's the one who swats it out. But that's where the pressure has lied for Louisiana. You would think after halftime that they would have had a little bit of fight, not wanting that to continue. But it seems like they're just kind of letting Clopton do whatever they want. It was that game plan that Clopton has brought, and that's the approach that has continued to work here in the second half.
Well, the pressure certainly is working into Clopton's advantage. And the Lady Bulldogs almost run into a trap almost every time. Of course, I say that, and then it doesn't happen this time.
Pass from Womack to the corner. Reese was nearly falling into the cheerleaders as she was trying to reel that pass in. It was long. I think she just thought she had a little bit more court than she actually did. And maybe some extremely long arms.
You know, Charlie Spoonster's got 7-9 points in this game, but she has been a major contributor. Maybe not in the points, but as a team leader, she's done great.
Her assists have to be high.
Yeah, have to.
Drives with her runner, it rims around and then falls into the hands of Brylan Stewart. Brylan Stewart gets it ahead to Jalea Reese, who has, that's Depresha Chapman. She has nothing else to do other than just fall on it. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow does favor the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. Set to inbound underneath their opponent's hoop. It is Reese Womack. Try to do a little bit of a three-man weave as they get it ahead. Chapman to Pedersen. Pedersen looks to make room, and Brylan Stewart will look to do the same. She floats back, throws up a shot. It is wide. Saving it, though, it's Pedersen. Reese will look to drive the middle and then kicks it out to Chapman. Chapman will run to the top of the key and try to get something else set up. Pedersen dribbling around and nearly loses their dribble. She throws up a shot, was looking for the foul. Her shot tipped out of bounds and will stay with Louisiana.
And the ref here called a tip ball, stays Louisiana's possession, but Pedersen did a good job to drive down.
Bounce pass to Reese, and she falls over. If she wouldn't have gotten that out, it would have been called for a travel. But it's Clopton who gets the ball and takes it all the way to the other end. It's Brea Smith putting it up off the glass for 2. Louisiana still having trouble. It's stolen away immediately, and now it's Womack who will take it back. She is fouled by Parker.
Parker's second, the team's first in the half.
2:13 to play in the third quarter. 48-19 our score. Reese Womack to Emily Powell, but it's taken by Skylar Parker. Parker puts it up off the glass. She didn't have her feet under her, so it's kind of just a shot, throwing it up, and does not fall. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Lady Hawks. So Louisiana getting another shot at trying to break this full court pressure, and it is taken away again.
Yeah, Deprecia Chapman that time got her hand in and got the ball away, and it bounced off of a Lady Hawk, so it stays Louisiana ball.
They're able to break the full court pressure this time, and Powell is trapped
right into that trap.
Sideline, getting it to Deprecia. Deprecia to Womack. Her 3 ball was a little long. They send it back to the top of the key as a good rebound from Stewart. Chapman going to dribble around and then pass it off to Emily Powell. Powell to Womack. Womack to Chapman. Chapman's going to drive, and then just a little underhand pass to Reese, and a couple of swats, and we have a foul on the floor. I think it may be on Parker. It would be her third.
Her third. Team second. Louisiana keeps the ball underneath their basket. Emily Powell passing the ball in. It's got not much.
Gets it ahead to Chapman. Chapman to Powell. She wants 3. Her 3 ball is off the back iron, and long rebound, easy for Smith as she pulls up, hangs around near the right wing. She gets it to Charlie. Charlie's 3 ball is an air ball. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Clopton as get hit off the ankle of Brylan Stewart.
Yeah, I think she expected it to hit the rim and wasn't ready for it to fall at her feet.
3 ball up for Campbell Lindsay, and she made that look effortless. It was 1 pass in, and quickly entering that 50-point range. 51-19 our score as we head to that final minute of action here in the third quarter. Emily Powell gets it across the timeline for the Lady Dogs. Reese being guarded by Smith. She bounces off a couple of times and then crosses over. She throws up a shot, rolls around, and does not fall. Brylan Stewart gets the rebound, though. She used the height to her advantage. Good hands. Gets it back out to Powell. Powell's going to try that same move that Reese did, just on the other side of the hoop. Stewart again with the rebound, and they get it to Reese Womack this time for the 3.
Yeah, Brylan Stewart did a good job. She's tall and did a good job on those rebounds.
3 from Hammett. Air ball, but it falls into the hands of Coons. Her shot is blocked and swatted away. They get it back out. It's Clopton going for the last shot of the third quarter as the clock continues to wind down. 4 seconds. Getting it to Smith. She takes the dribble in, throws up her shot. It falls, and the buzzer sounds as we get ready to head into the fourth quarter of play. 53-22. Clopton leads Louisiana on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Coverage brought to you by MASH, Emmerich Insurance Marketing Group, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Experience the ultimate golf adventure at Tee Time Golf, Bowling Green's premier indoor golf simulator destination. Whether you're a solo golfer looking for a relaxing round or want to challenge your friends, Tee Time Golf can accommodate up to 6 players per hour. Choose from a variety of game modes, stroke play, scramble, teams, or even driving range. Visit their Facebook page for more information on pricing and reservations, or call 573-591-6699. Tee Time Golf is not just a game, it's a golfing experience year-round like no other. Swing by and elevate your game. They are located at 1107 Business Highway 61, Bowling Green, Missouri.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Maddie and Chris in with you as the Clopton Lady Hawks are currently leading the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. It was a 5-1 matchup as Louisiana came into this game as the underdog, looking to get a big upset to find themselves in the championship. The good news is they have 8 minutes of time where they can maybe even do that, but right now it just seems like Clopton is firing on all cylinders, and they look like that team that wants that championship.
Yeah. Turnover score after score on those turnovers.
Shot from the corner, and it is off the glass, finds the hands of Stewart. Stewart to Womack. Womack does a good job of navigating traffic. Getting it back to the top of the key for Emily Powell. Powell is looking for a couple of options as she lets her offense move around a little bit. Reese will come up and take the pass. She looks down low to Stewart, and it's Womack who she hands it off to, and Womack gets it to Stewart. Her shot is wide. Rebound taken by Tinley. She gets it to Charlie. Charlie going to press ahead. She needs a zone from the Lady Bulldogs. They're going to swing it to the left corner as now a skip pass over to Brea Smith, who was left all by herself underneath the glass. She puts up the layup for another two.
Like I said, they do such a good job of hiding their movement to get somebody down low open all the time.
55-22. Louisiana now swinging it as Womack at the top of the key. They know that she can shoot the three, so they've kind of held on in the perimeter and used their height to their advantage down low.
Yeah, this is Louisiana's kind of running the pass here like they're in the lead.
Chapman wants three. No. Powell comes in out of nowhere, and I thought she was going to be the one to come away with the rebound, but it's Charlie Spoonster who does, and then we have a foul.
I want to appreciate Chapman, her first of the game.
After 3 quarters of play, Silex leads Van Far 44-28 in the middle school gym.
That's a massive difference from 11 to 12 or whatever it was.
6 minutes to play here in the fourth. It's 55-22, Clopton leading this basketball game as Ashley Noah heads to the hoop. She is fouled. She'll be shooting 2.
That was on Emily Powell, her third.
Shot up from Noah. Finds the bottom of the net. 56-22. Next one. Nothing but net as well. 57-22 with a running clock.
18 points for Ashlyn Noah so far in this game.
Definitely had a great game down low, and every time she's headed to the free throw line, she's making it count. Pass over to Campbell. Then they force a pass where there were 2 Lady Hawks. It's Pedersen who loses a handle on it, and we have a double dribble. So it'll be a turnover for the Lady Hawks, and it'll be Louisiana's basketball.
Yeah, Brea couldn't quite control that ball enough to, but she's sneaky quick. She kind of just hides out in there, and then she full speed down to get a steal and a breakaway. She does a good job.
Louisiana with the basketball trying to just put some points up on the board. It hasn't been their best performance, and I know they met a tough opponent, and it's Jordan Pedersen who has worked with that move all night. It seems like she's finally got it to work, and she puts up 2 for the Lady Dogs. Nice spin move, putting it up with her right hand off the glass. Taking it to Parker, and then it's taken by Reagan Bowser. She knew exactly where that pass was going. Good look from Bowser. She gets it ahead to her teammates, and Louisiana gets settled in. Just pass to Pedersen at the top of the key. They're just going to swing it around until they get a shot that they want. Bowser down low, and a bounce pass to Emily Powell. I think the bounce was a little too high. Brea Smith comes in. She gets it to Skylar Parker. Skylar Parker puts up her shot a couple of times, and gets a rebound, but neither works for her. It's Bowser who comes away and takes it to the other end. She's going to be pushed out of bounds. It'll be last touched by the Lady Hawks, so it'll stay with Louisiana.
Again, Louisiana does a good job to get the ball down low to the post. And then, just all of a sudden, here pops Bria Smith for a quick steal and runs the ball 3/4 of the way down the court.
Looks like we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. Be back with the final few minutes of action in this one on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Rural Cyclery Bicycle Shop and Coffee Bar, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and A Taste of Philly.
3:25 to play in this game as the Clopton Lady Hawks will look to advance to the championship. It looks like Louisiana, they're going to have to really do it up big here to come back as they've fought, but they've been really kind of guarded by Clopton to the point where they haven't been able to respond well. So they'll likely be playing for that third place game, but a nice 3-ball from Ty Campbell in the corner. Is that her first points of the evening?
That is her 5th points of this half.
3-ball from Blackwell. Man, Clopton's done a great job of getting all the rebounds today. That one looked effortless from Parker. She puts it up for another 2. 59-27.
Her first 2 points of the second half.
And it's like we'll have a substitution, a complete mix of different kids for Louisiana. It'll be Nakia Griffith, Aubrey Rule, Emerson Bradley, and we will also have Ince who will take the floor. And Clopton will do a couple of changes themselves. Callie Noah into the game, Stacia Talbert. Or excuse me, that is Bailey Baker. And then we have Lauren Blackwell, Skylar Parker, and Jasmine Hammett. Bradley to Griffith. Griffith will run point for the Lady Dogs. She swings it to Ince. Over to Rule. And to Bradley in the corner. Long pass up to Nakia. She nearly travels there. She picked up her dribble, and she'll give it to Ince anyways. Bounce pass to Bradley, and she loses the handle on it, so they're going to have to try to get it down low to Brylan Smith. There's a little bit of a height advantage. Parker nearly takes it away from Griffith. Griffith will drive the lane. She throws up a shot, and they will say that she traveled. So it'll be a turnover for the Lady Dogs. Headed the other way as Parker will have a seat. Into the game for the Lady Hawks, it's Hammett and Lindsay.
Man, the running clock really kills basketball, doesn't it?
Things are moving fast here. 59-27, and Brylan Stewart knocked the ball out of Blackwell's hand, was looking for the steal there, but couldn't get turned around quick enough. So they'll hang out near the top of the key, and they get it over to Blackwell, a long 2. Her shot is off the back of the iron and no good. Griffith is going to press ahead, being guarded by Lindsay. She'll do a spin move and try to throw it up off the glass. She is fouled on her way to the basket, so she'll be able to shoot 2.
.44 for Clopton. I don't have that.
Shot from Griffith is off the front of the rim. It'll be Callie Noah coming into the game for Jasmine Hammett. Now less than a minute on the clock as it continues to run down. Next shot is nothing but net. And Griffith gets her name in the scorebook for the evening with 35 seconds to go. Lindsay passes it ahead to Talbert. Talbert uses her dump skills there and is able to bring it back in, and then we have a foul on the floor.
On the Kaya Griffith.
They'll send Baker to the free throw line with 15 seconds. She'll have to be quick with her 2 shots.
Yeah,
Next one, up and off the front of the rim, no good. They have to get it back to her quickly. 5 seconds. She'll throw up her next one with the buzzer getting ready to sound. They stop it right before it does, and that's where it will end. 60-28. Baker gets her name in the scorebook as well for Clopton. We will break this one down and get set up for the next one on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Brought to you by Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Geared Up, and Pepsi.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Winfield.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Swim Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
Hi, I'm Shelley Clucky at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. As a local agent, I want to personally help protect your family by offering life insurance, even without a doctor's visit. Here at Pike County Mutual, we pride ourselves in customer service, which you may not get with bigger companies. Have you noticed your insurance rates going up? Let us give you a free quote on life, home, auto, farm, or ATV. Give myself or Corey Buchanan a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on Square Bowling Green.
We've got the fog returning and the low visibility as we're heading through the early morning time. Low and chance for rain returning to at our low at 35. For occasional rainfall with a storm system lifting in Thursday, the fog around early at our highs are in the low 40s. Dry Thursday night, Friday too, high 45. Patchy rain coming back in by Saturday afternoon, the high 40. Then we have some dry weather moving our way for Sunday. Overcast. Highs are back into the upper 30s. For KJFM and WBBA Radio, this is meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Eagle 102 weather is brought to you by Peters Heating and Air. Regular yearly maintenance adds years of life to your existing home. Call Peters Heating and Air at Bowling Green today to schedule your tune-up.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ackles Farm Market, People's Banking Trust, and J. Roberts Jewelry.
Gambino's Eatery, Saturday brunch from 10 a.m. to 1. Enjoy regular breakfast favorites, country frittata or body bag burrito with Saturday specials, including French toast, waffles, or breakfast combo with a biscuit, eggs, and your choice of ham, sausage, or bacon. And brunch mimosas. Join Gambino's for Saturday brunch, starting at 10 a.m.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
And our final numbers from the Clopton Lady Hawks win. They will find themselves in that championship game on Friday. It'll be Louisiana in the third place game. And so let's look at some of those final scoring numbers. Our final score, 60-28. We had a running clock in that fourth quarter of play, and it just didn't seem like Louisiana was on their game tonight, but it seemed like Clopton just took every opportunity that they could.
Yeah, it seemed like Clopton scored practically on every turnover that they had. And their full court press really caused a lot of turnovers. So for the Louisiana Bulldogs, Jordan Peterson ended tonight with 7 points. Ty Campbell ended with 11. Reagan Bowser with 2. Reese Womack with 7. And Nakia Griffith with 1. For the Clopton Lady Hawks, we talked about Ashlyn Noah, and she had 18 points tonight in the total game. Tinley Spoonster had 5. Charlie Spoonster 9, Skylar Parker with 11, Rhea Smith with 8, Campbell Lindsay with 8, and Miss Baker with 1 for the game.
So that is our final scoring from the first game. This game is the Winfield Lady Warriors, who pulled off a big upset yesterday over the North Callaway Lady Thunderbirds. It was a 68-67 win for Winfield, so they find themselves battling for a spot in the championship against the Ellsbury Lady Indians, who had a pretty impressive win last night over the Bowling Green Lady Cats. So we'll break this one down next in the pregame show on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, All Parts, and Farmers National Bank of Griggsville.
Family Drug, your community health mart pharmacy in Louisiana, reminds you that this is a good time to review your medicine cabinet. Another cold and flu season means taking stock of outdated or no longer used medication. The folks at Family Drug also remind you that changes in your prescriptions may pose drug interaction problems. When you're choosing a pharmacy for your family's prescription, talk to your dedicated staff at Family Drug, Louisiana. Health Smart, taking the time to listen and care.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane, Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, Noah Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Games still taking place in the middle school, so we will pass along a score when we have the final from the middle school gym. And last time we checked, it was the third quarter, and it was Silex leading Van Far 44-28. The winner of that game will be in the Consolation Championship. The loser will unfortunately see their tournament run come to an end. The 99th annual Bowling Green Tournament. The game you just heard on KJFM WBBA, it was the Clopton Lady Hawks defeating the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, and on a night that just didn't look like Louisiana, 60-28. So Louisiana will now be playing for third place on Friday. The Clopton Lady Hawks will play for the championship, and we do have a final from the middle school gym at Silex defeating Van Far 53-32. So they settled in nicely after that first quarter of play. So Van Far sees their tournament run come to an end. It'll be Silex in that consolation championship on Friday. Taking a look at the bracket that we do have is the things that are set up is in this gym we have the Ellsbury Lady Indians taking on the Winfield Lady Warriors. It'll be Bowling Green and North Callaway, and they will be battling in the middle school gym in about 15-20 minutes as they get switched out and get ready for game number 2. So make sure you stay tuned for that. If you're looking for that game, you can go online to KJFM WBBA.com. Check out our YouTube page. We have you covered, and we also have our post shared on Facebook, on our Facebook page, and you can follow the links there as well. We're happy to bring you tournament coverage. We'll get geared up for this one. We'll have keys to the game coming up in just a little bit as we're about 8 minutes away from this next game and these two teams battling for a spot in the championship on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Brought to you by Castile Color Wheel, McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, and the Pierre Pizza at the Bridge.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in our skills. The process goes smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch, either to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make this as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Cadwalder Real Estate, living our small town life.
Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic knows that getting the best care for your pet is a top priority. They strive to provide the greatest quality medical and surgical care for our furry companions. Their newly expanded and remodeled facility with accommodations for comprehensive inpatient hospital care and complete outpatient care allows the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic to keep your pet healthy and safe so the whole family can cheer on our area teams.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
This will be an interesting game. It is the Ellsbury Lady Indians. They come in with that higher seed in this matchup, but it is Winfield who was able to bump that 3 seed, and that was a really, really good game. And we've seen Winfield play really well over the last couple of years, and so I know that they're missing a couple of pieces that they had last year, but I mean they made a great tournament run in both Bowling Green and Clopton last season, and we saw them play extremely well at the Clopton tournament this season, and so they're going to be a tough team that I think is going to pair nicely against an Ellsbury team, and I'd like to see how they're going to work against Cecilia Campbell down low, as whenever she gets going, she's hard to be stopped for Winfield.
Is that the girl here with the glasses?
That's Walcott, but Cecilia Campbell is over here with the bubble blonde braid as she's getting ready to pull up with her warm-up there, but she has some height to her, and typically she's one of those leading scorers that we see for Winfield, and so if you can get her into some foul trouble, that's where we see some of our area teams excel against Winfield, but when she's not in foul trouble and she stays in that game, Winfield is very tough to beat.
The Wilcott girl caused a lot of problems for North Callaway yesterday in their game. And then, and I don't know these girls like I should, because I can't see their numbers specifically, but the 2 little girls with the gray headbands over there with the pink shoes, they were eating up North Callaway yesterday too. So that was a great basketball game to watch.
Rinsley Davidson is one of those players that I've really enjoyed watching over the last few years, and she just she's like quietly very good. Like she's not going to flaunt it, and then all of a sudden you look at the paper and you're like, she has 15 points. Yeah. So what happened? And so she is definitely a big difference maker for Winfield. So those are some things that I know Coach Carrie Cookdale and her staff and her girls have definitely looked into coming into this game. You know, this is a common opponent for them, and so they see each other a couple of times a season, but it's always difficult. You can't beat a good team. You know, if you beat a good team once, it's hard to do it a couple of times.
Yeah, because you game plan for the next time and try to put people in, you know, where your deficiencies were before. And basketball is as complicated as every other sport. I mean, it's probably harder because you got to put a round ball through a round hole. So
yeah. Seen some good things out of Ellsbury. They were able to pull away from Bowling Green yesterday, and they took advantage of turnovers. We saw Maya Plaster do some big things for Ellsbury. It looks like Talbot is still out for the Ellsbury Lady Indians, and so we know that she is pretty big in their lineup as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they come out on the side of this one. But both teams looking for a spot in the championship game. They will be meeting up with the Clopton Lady Hawks. The winner of this game will, and then the loser of this game will fall to the third place game as they will face the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. So that's all set up for Friday. We have one more game of action here from the high school gym headed your way. We'll come back with the starting lineups and tip-off next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Silex Banking Company, and Pike Lincoln Technical Center.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC. Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
We have about 2 minutes to go until the start of this one as the Ellsbury Lady Indians are gearing up to take on Winfield, and we have your starting lineups for the Ellsbury Lady Indians. It'll be Grace White, Jillian Reller, Maya Plaster, Kelsey Chigola, and Kinsey Koch getting the start. And for the Winfield Lady Warriors, it's Olivia Van Cleve, Chloe Turnbull, Claire Shoemake, Cecilia Campbell, also in that mix for the Lady Warriors. So it's Van Cleve, Turnbull, Davidson, Shoemake, and Campbell. For the Warriors, it is White, Reller, Plaster, Chigola, and Koch for the Lady Indians. As we're about 2 minutes until game time, we'll have tip-off next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and Gambino's Eatery.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
As we mentioned, we'll go ahead and take a look at the bracket. For the girls' side, it'll be Clopton in the championship game, the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs in the third place game. It'll be the Silex Lady Owls competing for a spot, or the Silex Lady Owls, they will be competing for that consolation hardware, and then the winner of Bowling Green with North Callaway will take on Silex for that consolation game on Friday, so that game's getting ready to start in the middle school gym. And then for this one, the winner of this game will go on to play Clopton in the championship, so it's Ellsbury and Winfield, and then the loser will take on Louisiana for third place on Friday. For the girls, or for the boys bracket, taking a look ahead to tomorrow, we'll kick things off with that championship semifinal. And it's Van Far, the top seed, taking on 4-seeded Bowling Green, so that should be a really, really good game. That's going to be the first game in the high school tomorrow night at 5:30, and then at 6:50 in the high school gym, also battling for a spot in the championship, it'll be Winfield and Clopton, which if you missed the Clopton tournament, that was a fantastic championship game. Those two teams went head-to-head. Winfield is one of those teams that you got to watch out for. They're very, very tough. So that is a championship semifinal that will take place tomorrow night as well. So four teams looking to find their spot into the championship, and obviously only two will be allowed. And so on the consolation side of the bracket, it will be the Silex Owls and the North Callaway Thunderbirds. That's at 5:30 in the middle school gym tomorrow night. And then it'll be Louisiana and Ellsbury in the middle school gym after that, also on that consolation side of the bracket. So some teams fighting to stay alive. I think that the microphones may have given out.
Yeah.
We have
So, yeah, I was waiting for you to finish. Yeah, apparently we're not the only ones that have some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Either the microphone quit or Larry Loggeman didn't give it back after he announced they needed a car move. So I don't know which happened.
Something has happened,
Yeah.
but they struck my ADHD chord where I was like, why are people shouting?
Yeah.
But there was a lot of shouting going on. I just want them to know that they did get my attention. So I'm sure that they've gathered the attention of everyone else as well. They're going through the starting lineups on the floor. They're being yelled, not through a microphone, but through just the vocal cords of somebody down there who's going to be regretting it tomorrow.
You think you'd keep an extra microphone? I mean, I got a couple just in case.
Or just like a megaphone or something.
Well, yeah, my speaker. You never know when a karaoke might break out.
You never know what you're going to have to do.
Right.
But we'll go down those starting lineups again. For the Indians, it's Grace White, Jillian Reller, Maya Plaster, Kelsey Chicola, Kinsey Koch. For the Winfield Lady Warriors, it's Van Cleve, Turnbull, Davidson, Shoemake, and Campbell. So that is your starting five from both sides. It'll be Cecilia Campbell going up against Kinsey Koch at center circle.
She is tall.
Yeah, definitely has that height advantage.
Yeah.
Winning the tip, it is the Lady Warriors as this game is underway, looking for their spot in the championship. Winfield in the corner, and they get it down to Cecilia Campbell. She bounces off a couple of Lady Indians. Her shot goes up. It's no good. A long pass out from Rinsley Davidson to Campbell. And now a skip pass over to Rinsley Davidson. Her three ball is just off the mark. Rebound taken by Maya Plaster. Plaster navigates around, gets it to Reller, who looks at that three ball, and she had a good night with the three yesterday, so we know to look out for her.
Grace White had a good game yesterday, too.
She did. Kinsey Koch tried to make some room, and 3 Lady Warriors knocked the ball out of her hands. We do have a foul. It'll be on the floor, and it'll be against Turnbull. It'll be her, Van Cleve. It'll be her first. Koch gets it to Chigola. To Plaster. Plaster from the free throw line. Oh, rims in and out, rolls around. Chigola, good rebound. She was crashing in, and they get it back out. Ellsbury will set things up again. Nobody has scored so far as we're a minute through this first quarter of action. Kinsey Koch in the right wing, and nice pass to Grace White. She just can't finish her shot as she bounced off of Campbell. Top of the key at Turnbull. Getting it to Campbell. She has a bounce pass, and it's forced out of bounds.
Campbell looked inside, tried to get the ball down lower, and I think she anticipated the other player to keep running, and she stopped.
Turnover for the Winfield Lady Warriors, and it's Ellsbury with the basketball. Pass from Jillian Reller is brought back in by Koch. They get it back out to Reller. Her 3-ball is no good as Rinsley Davidson gets the long rebound. She has her pocket picked, but she's able to recover. And she'll set up the offense for Ellsbury. Turnbull. Long pass to the corner and doing everything she can. That was Van Cleve to keep it in for the Lady Warriors. It's White who comes away with it and somehow stays on 2 feet. Brings it across the timeline.
Yeah, I thought she was going to travel when she got control of that ball and took off running.
Long pass to Plaster in the corner. She gets a bounce pass on the baseline to Chigola. Chigola gives it right back, and Plaster's shot was off. Getting the rebound and up ahead to Turnbull. And Turnbull does everything she can to keep her feet in, and she ends up falling as pressure continued to grow around her from Ellsbury. So a turnover for the Winfield Lady Warriors. Puts the ball into the hands of the Ellsbury Lady Indians. Still no score as we're 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter of play. Long 3-ball, rims in and out. Just seems like both sides can't get a shot to fall. So it's Winfield who will slow things down as Van Cleve comes across the timeline. She passes it off to Turnbull, who picks up her dribble pretty much immediately and looks for the pass. Nice pass down low to Campbell, and it's Winfield getting on the board first. First 2 points of the day for Campbell.
Yeah, real good pass, real quick. Once she saw it, she almost anticipated it be there, and of course that's part of the plays.
Ellsbury swinging it around. Plaster, if she would have had a good hand on that, we could have seen her throw up a 3, but that didn't happen. And ball nearly taken away by Winfield. Long pass over to Plaster down low. It's bounce pass to Koch. Her shot is partially blocked, and taking it is Winfield. We're headed back to the other end of the gym, moving from left to right on your radio dial. It's the Winfield Lady Warriors. Moving from right to left, it is Ellsbury. Rinsley Davidson getting the call from her coach as she gets the offense to move around a bit. 3-2 zone from the Indians. Trap in the corner as Turnbull drives, and going to be a jump ball.
Grab.
Meyer Plaster grab for that one.
Yeah, good grab for Plaster. The ball kind of came to her and she knew it. Ella Barber checking in for the Lady Indians, along with Phelan Davidson and I got 34 instead of 33. Is that a mix-up?
That's Walcott. Pass over to Reller. And Grace White gets it to Maya Plaster. She was all alone. She gives Ellsbury the lead, 3-2. There's low scoring first quarter of action. We're got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's Winfield in possession of the ball. Hanging around near the perimeter, but when they get it down low, they did right there to Walcott. Her shot was a little high. It falls as a rainbow into the hands of Chigola. Chigola ahead to White, and then all alone by herself, it's Reller. She's able to complete the layup for another 2. 5-2, Ellsbury leads. Ellen Davidson picks up her dribble, gets it to Rensley Davidson.
Sister?
I'm thinking so, but I'm not sure. Davidson throws up a shot. He's trying to draw the foul. She gets her own rebound. She takes a dribble and moves in just a little bit closer. She makes that one count. 5-4.
They look like sisters.
That's what I was thinking the last time I saw them play. But I was like, there's cousins that look alike, too. Ball is stripped by Davidson. Rensley this time as she heads to the other end. Goes all the way to the baseline and a long skip pass. And now bringing it to the top of the key, it's Fallon. Fallon to Kaylee Walcott. Walcott bounces off of Grace White, but they get it right back out to Fallon. And they give her the three. Her toes were right there on the line. A lead for Winfield. So Fallon Davidson gets in on the scoring. It's been Campbell, Rensley Davidson, and Fallon Davidson to score for Winfield. Maya Plaster. Chest pass over to Jillian Reller, and it's Walcott who gets caught up with Barber. Barber hits the face of Walcott, but the ball is deflected off of her face and taken away by Winfield.
Gets her glasses fixed and gets back in the game.
Tough kid. Fallon will kill a little bit of clock and slow things down. There's 1 minute and 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, it is a score of 7-5. Winfield leads Ellsbury. Good rebound. Good fight from Fallon. She gets it to Rensley. Rensley looks like she wants a three, but it's Fallon who takes it instead from deep. She has 2 threes.
Just like that. She's got a good shot. She looks very confident in getting the ball.
10-5 the score. 5-point lead for Winfield. Swinging it around, working quick here. Chigola is going to drive to the baseline, and then she's going to travel. She tried to make room, but she was met by Walcott and Shoemake, and there was no room for her.
I don't know that she had the ball on that travel call.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody really had possession. It was kind of just trading hands. Now less than a minute as Davidson brings it up the floor for Winfield. Long pass high, and it's tipped around by Ellsbury. Ellsbury is able to recover it, and it's Plaster who's going to push it to the other end with less than a minute to go. Try to get it down low to Koch. There's nothing there. Koch finds White. White's three is off the back of the iron, and Winfield loses it, and there's 15 seconds, so they held on as Ellsbury had already floated to the other end, trying to defend the offense that Winfield was setting up. Fallon driving the lane, throws up her runner, and it's good. As the buzzer sounds at the end of the first quarter, it's 12-5. Winfield leads Ellsbury on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Brought to you by MAC, Emmerich Insurance Marketing Group, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in downtown Louisiana is under new ownership. It's been updated and offers its own unique charm. Our historic venue is perfect for weddings, celebrations, and gatherings. Make your special moments unforgettable. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Perkins Electrical Services, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
12-5 our score as the Ellsbury Lady Indians currently trail the Winfield Lady Warriors, and it's been Fallon Davidson and Rensley Davidson who have done a majority of the scoring, and they're getting the steals.
Yeah, for sure. And there's certainly been the major ball handlers up and down the court so far. We had that little bit of a mess up there where Campbell thought Wilcott was ready and passed her the ball, and it kind of rolled halfway down the court, and nobody knew what was going on. But, yeah, the Davidson girls are certainly putting in their work for Winfield right now.
It'll be Winfield's basketball. And they've had a pretty slow approach that has worked, but it mirrors Ellsbury. And we have a foul on the floor.
Kinsey Cope, probably.
Yep.
That's another one of those that I don't understand because it really has no effect on the play.
Long three ball, and it's good. That's Olivia Van Cleve from the corner. As Winfield continues to pour it on. They haven't looked back. 10-point lead, but we've seen Ellsbury dig themselves out of a hole. A long pass to Kinsey Koch. Maya Plaster, she gets her feet set. Her three ball is tipped. Taking it is Winfield. Pushing ahead, it's Rinsley Davidson. She does a couple of spin moves. Somehow keeps herself from traveling, gets it back out. Van Cleve throws up a three, getting the rebound. It's Davidson. She puts it up for two. She was nearly falling over. Threw it up with her left hand as she was spinning. And we have a timeout on the floor. 17-5 our score as we have 7 minutes to play in the first half. We'll be back after a quick break on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Rural Cyclery Bicycle Shop and Coffee Bar, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
With 14 stores across Missouri and Illinois, LaCrosse Lumber Company provides lumber, quality products, and service to homeowners, builders, DIYers, and more. With some of the top brand names in the business available, LaCrosse Lumber has what you need for your next project. Stop into any location for a free estimate before you start your next build. LaCrosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm Agents, Pepsi, and Ackles Farm Market.
Out of the timeout, it is Ellsbury's basketball. Grace White dribbling around as Shoemake makes White's life a little harder. And she gets it to Maya Plaster, and Maya Plaster throws up a three. It hits off the back of the rim, goes out of bounds, so it'll be Winfield's basketball.
I think that timeout was a little bit for Coach Koch to tell everybody to wake up.
They needed it,
Yeah.
it seemed. As they trail by 12 with 6:48 to play in the first half. Winfield has been in control of this game, but it just seemed like things weren't the shots weren't falling for Ellsbury early, and since then it just seems like they've hit a slew of bad luck. Davidson Rinsley wanted a three. Her long rebound is taken by her teammate, Olivia Van Cleve. It's thrown up off the glass a little too hard, and it finds Ellsbury. Ellsbury will push ahead as White uses her speed to her advantage. Devasia Hardvick in the game for the Indians.
Is that 24?
Yes.
Thank you.
Pass down low to Kinsey Koch and swatted away, but recovered by the Indians. Getting it out, Hardwick gets it to Chagola. Chagola to Plaster. Plaster looks for things to open up, and a bounce pass out to Grace White. Got to be quick here as she drives along the baseline out to Chagola. Chagola takes a good shot. It's just no good. Getting the rebound, it's Cecilia Campbell.
Ellsbury's just not getting any of their shots to fall right now. They're taking good shots. They're just not hitting them.
Rensley finds Campbell with an easy pass. Campbell throws it up, and she looks for the foul, and she's asking for the foul, like, hey, where is it? But she does not get that foul to draw. So she is headed to the other end, as getting the rebound was Ellsbury. I think Campbell probably had a great shot at getting her own rebound as close as she was to it, but she immediately started to turn around and express her displeasure to the referees.
Yeah, frustration doesn't help you in this sport for sure.
White nearly steals it away, but they get it back over to Turnbull. Turnbull throws it up, and no good, but Campbell with the long rebound to Rinsley Davidson. Davidson over to Turnbull, and it was blocked by Kinsey Koch. Rinsley Davidson with the rebound from the free throw line. Her jumper falls 19-5.
You can almost hear Ellsbury's coach saying, get the ball. I don't know if you could hear that on
Yeah.
your end or not.
And Ellsbury has been so good about getting rebounds. Chagola, her three, rolls around a few times, looks hesitant about going in, but finally does. That's their first scoring from the first after the first quarter. So they went through a little bit of a drought there. Good run for Winfield. So Chagola makes this a little bit better for Ellsbury. Is still a lot of ball game to play, but man, Winfield has been in control. Campbell up again, and she just doesn't finish her shot. It rolls in and out and goes out of bounds. It'll be Ellsbury's basketball.
Yeah, Campbell's not getting much of a break either. I mean, they are leading by 11, but she's not getting much.
19-8 with just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Chagola to White in the corner. White, nice pass to Hardwick, but she meets the hands of Cecilia Campbell, and then we have a jump ball as she was able to get her own rebound from the block, and then it will stay with the Lady Indians.
Kaylee Wilcott did a good job. Hardwick had that ball down low, and the ball was just kind of available. She reached in and grabbed it, and not committed a penalty or a foul.
Reller wanted the three, but doesn't get it. Good rebound by Winfield, and getting the pass out right before she stepped out of bounds. That was Van Cleve. Van Cleve, she's going to throw up a three. No, it's a brick. It hits off the back of the iron, and then we're going to swing around and have a little bit of physicality underneath the hoop. Chagola and Campbell fighting for that one.
Yeah, Chagola kind of just let go and walked off.
I'm not playing your game. I'm
still
not
called it a jump ball.
And Campbell will have a seat into the game. It is, I believe, Kaylee Creech. Bounce pass.
Oh!
She comes in, makes an impact. She throws it up for two. Did a complete spin around, throwing that layup off the glass. That's how you come in off the bench.
Yeah, that's right.
Hardwick to Plaster. Plaster's shot is long, and the rebound finds the hands of Rensley Davidson. She presses ahead, and nice block by Maya Plaster. It goes out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Ellsbury. So good block from Maya. She doesn't draw the foul there.
Yeah, good block and no fouls. Exactly right.
Van Cleve to Fallon Davidson, who was all by herself. She said, hey, don't forget about me. Here's three.
Yeah, I don't think you can just let her stand there. You're going to have to make sure somebody's on her all the time.
She's had a couple of threes from that exact spot.
Yeah.
Seems like the same scenario where there's just no one paying attention to her. Plaster looks ahead and looks for a shot. Now she'll set up for a pass. As cutting to the hoop, it was Ella Barber, and we do have a foul. I believe that's going to be on Creech.
I think you can call that on either one of those two girls down there.
I think they gave it to Walcott.
They did?
Yeah. I thought it was Creech, but looks like they're going to give it to Walcott. Pass over to Plaster, and we have another foul.
I think they're calling that on an offensive foul. Nope.
So they're going to call it on the floor. So Ellsbury will inbound it again underneath their hoop. Left side of the gym.
Called that on Jolene Laswell, her first.
Pass over to Jillian Reller. Jillian Reller makes it count. Gets Ellsbury into double digits finally as they still trail by 14. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Getting it ahead to Rensley Davidson. Rensley looks for her sister Fallon. Fallon dribbling around. She makes a lot of room and count the bucket and the foul. Man, she is off to a scoring frenzy.
Yeah, that was Jolene Laswell that came in off of the bench and made that 2 points.
So we will have a timeout as Ellsbury wants to talk about it. We'll come back with the free throws next as we inch closer to halftime on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Geared Up, and Pepsi.
It's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort. The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
26-10, and it's Fallon Davidson at the free throw line. Her shot rolls around and is good. 27-10, so she makes that three-point play count.
Grace White, ball down here to Hardwick. Hardwick with a high pass to Jillian Reller, who loses it on a steal by Van Cleve.
Van Cleve takes it to the hole, and her shot is no good, but she is fouled, so she will be shooting two. 17-point lead for Winfield. Kind of have stunned Ellsbury here in the first half.
Called that foul on Jillian Reller.
Next shot up, and it falls. Alcott pats the back of Van Cleve as she prepares for her next free throw shot. Stavasia Hardwick will have a seat, and Ella Barber will come into the game for Ellsbury. And the next shot is good from Van Cleve. Now a 19-point lead. Very impressive first half from Winfield. Seems they've hit their stride here mid-season.
Yeah, they are certainly doing well.
Ellsbury will swing it around, trying to find the shot that they want. Bounce pass in the corner. And down low at the free throw line, and taking it from her hands, that was Laswell.
Yeah.
Grace White really didn't know what was coming. She tried to make some room, and Laswell saw the ball. She grabbed it and did not get charged with a foul.
Yeah, which is probably more surprising.
Ellsbury in a 3-2 zone. Laswell wants the three. It's off the side of the board. Getting a rebound, though, it was Walcott. Walcott puts it up, and we will have a jump ball underneath the hoop. Possession arrow does favor Ellsbury. So Ellsbury will have an attempt to score again and hopefully cut down this deficit as they get ready to head to halftime with less than a minute left to play in the first half.
They call that last foul on Van Cleve, who obviously disagreed with the call.
Bringing the ball up the court, it's Grace White. Nice pass from Jillian Reller. Chigolo was cutting to the hoop. The ball was knocked out of her hands. She picked it right back up, and now we do have a foul. I believe that's going to be on Laswell.
Yeah. Haley Walcott had a good block.
Oh, I think they may have given it to Walcott. They did?
They did.
So she'll have a seat.
Her second foul.
Into the game, it's Kaylee Creech. Grace White has a little bit of trouble with it as Fallon Davidson runs into her, and she'll be shooting two. That was the fifth foul of the second quarter. That'll be the first foul on Fallon. White, her shot is up and does not fall. Next one as White toes the line. Good set, and that one is no good as well. 0 for 2 in that attempt. With 30 seconds to go in the first half. It's Winfield's basketball. And holding on to it, it is Turnbull. She'll spin around, and then a bounce pass to Rinsley Davidson, who's going to drive the lane. She bounces off of Barber. And we do have a foul, so she'll be shooting two. And that foul is going to be called on Jillian Reller. It'll be her second. Davidson at the free throw line. Shot is off the front of the rim. She'll get another attempt. 19-point lead for Winfield over Ellsbury. Next one is good. Make it a 20-point lead, as Ellsbury just can't get anything going. 9 seconds now as White dribbles in. Picks up her dribble with a pass over to Reller. Reller to Barber. She puts up her shot. It's blocked. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Winfield. Ellsbury will have to be quick here with an attempt to score. They get it in. Barber's going to have to throw it up immediately. She does. Her shot is wide, but she did her job. 30-10 our score as we head to halftime. It's Winfield leading Ellsbury on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Ackles Farm Market, People's Bank and Trust, and J. Roberts Jewelry.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. You can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we'll be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows. Custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM. Sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Maddie and Chris in with you for KJFM WBBA Sports. We have about 8 minutes left of halftime, but it has been all Winfield here in the first half. 30-10 our score as they lead Ellsbury, trying to find their spot in the tournament championship, which will be held on Friday. They would play Clopton, but Winfield has had a really good tournament. They took down North Callaway yesterday. That was 68-67, so they barely edged them, and they found themselves. That was a big upset as Winfield is the 6th seed. And, we had North Callaway as the 3 seed. Ellsbury is the 2 seed in this tournament, and right now they're up 20 on them.
Yeah, so, you talk about just points alone. The home team, Ellsbury, Maya Plaster's leading them with 5. Then Kelsey Chigola with 3, Jillian Reller with 2, and then you jump over to Winfield, and Fallon, is it Fallon? Fallon Davidson has got 14 points in the first half. Nearly half of their points. She's followed by Rensley Davidson with 7, then Olivia Van Cleef with 5, and Jolene Lawson with 2, and Cecilia Campbell with 2.
Yeah, so, they've left some of those leading scorers all by themselves, and so I thought that Ellsbury, typically they're doing a great job of crashing boards and everything. They seem a little bit slower with that today. I don't know if there's just a more aggressive approach from Winfield, but, they're being strong underneath the basket. They're doing the little things, and it just seems like they're working the ball to get some good passes, and they're getting the shots that they want to take, where I feel like whenever Ellsbury's down there, they're really working hard to get those passes to be where they want to be, but they're not able to finish the shots because it looks like they're almost uncomfortable with where they are.
It almost looks kind of like the earlier game with Louisiana. Ellsbury just doesn't look like they're really motivated to play or motivated to be here. And I think we heard their head coach kind of telling them to wake up and get with it. But they're taking decent shots. They're just not getting much to fall yet. They're not shooting everything from the outside. Their main shooters are taking some outside shots, and they're just off a little bit. And you know how that goes. Sometimes you just can't quite get it where you need it. But they're taking shots. They're just not getting much to fall. But
you got to continue to take them though if you do want them to eventually fall.
Well, in Winfield down here on their end of the court, they're dominating in rebounds and putting shots back up. And like you said, Phelan is just eating the team up. So
yeah, it's been a very impressive showing so far in the first half from Winfield. And, if they can walk their way to a championship here, I mean, that's going to say a lot about this team. But it started with the games yesterday. If you have that energy, if you are able to pull off that big upset, you kind of have a chip on your shoulder as you walk through the tournament. And so I think that they brought that same confidence, that same approach into today's game. And Ellsbury's going to have to wake up and figure it out if they want to find themselves in the championship. And they're going to have to get past a tough Winfield team.
Yeah, coming into the tournament and knocking off a higher seeded team right away is going to do a whole lot for your confidence, your motivation, and which automatically affects your play. So yeah, Winfield's kind of playing on that we got nothing to lose. We're already ahead of where we were. Let's just keep pushing like we have been, and they're doing a good job.
We have about 5 minutes left of halftime, and so this will be the final game from the high school gym this evening. And so we will give you some scoring updates from the middle school gym as well, and we'll break down scoring numbers from the first half on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Bowling Green tournament coverage brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber, Silex Banking Company, and Calumet of Missouri.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we'll be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Experience the ultimate golf adventure at Tea Time Golf, Bowling Green's premier indoor golf simulator destination. Whether you're a solo golfer looking for a relaxing round or want to challenge your friends, Tea Time Golf can accommodate up to 6 players per hour. Choose from a variety of game modes, stroke play, scramble, teams, or even driving range. Visit their Facebook page for more information on pricing and reservations or call 573-591-6699. Tea Time Golf is not just a game, it's a golfing experience year-round like no other. Swing by and elevate your game. They are located at 1107 Business Highway 61, Bowling Green, Missouri.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, well, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey, Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just going to go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement has also taken great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company with Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Halftime here in the high school gym, 30-10 our score as the Winfield Lady Warriors are on top over the Ellsbury Lady Indians. Currently in the middle school gym, it is a showdown between the Bowling Green Lady Cats and North Callaway. After one quarter of play, it was 22-13. North Callaway had the lead, but there's still some time remaining in the first half, and it was North Callaway still with the lead. So we will keep you updated on that score. If you're looking for that game, you can go to our YouTube page, and if you're having a little bit of trouble finding the link, we have it online at kjfmwbba.com, and it will take you right there. You can always check out our social media page, or you can just go to our YouTube page and find it there as well. And so we're going to break down some of that scoring from the Ellsbury Indians and the Winfield Lady Warriors. And so for Olivia Van Cleve, it was 5 points for Winfield. It was Chloe Turnbull. She didn't put up any points, but she had a couple of steals. Rensley Davidson had 7. Fallon Davidson with 14. Jolene Laswell has 2. Cecilia Campbell with 2. It's Jillian Reller with 2 for Ellsbury. Maya Plaster with 5. And then Kelsey Chigola with 3. As they struggled to put some numbers up in the first half. We're about a minute away from the second half starting. We'll be back with more on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Brought to you by Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Tom Bolin Ford.
CMC Distributing in Louisiana is the place to turn for steel, culverts, industrial supplies, and central welding supplies. In addition, CMC Distributing offers trailer parts, truck accessories, truck beds, and trailer repairs. At CMC Distributing, they always go the extra mile while working hard to make sure you're satisfied. They do it that way for a simple reason. They appreciate your business. CMC Distributing, Highway 54, west of Louisiana.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
30-10 out of halftime. It is Ellsbury's possession. We have an update from the middle school gym. Bowling Green is battling back as they trail at halftime, 29-22. It was North Callaway that they trail, so they've made a comeback there. It was a good start for North Callaway, but Bowling Green's fighting their way back in, trying to stay alive in their own tournament. Scoring opens up for the Ellsbury Lady Indians. Is dropping 2. Was that Chigola?
That was Chigola, yes.
So that was Chigola. Our score now 30-12. As Ellsbury has some work to do against a tough Winfield team. Putting up a shot is Winfield. Turnbull, and her shot does not fall. We're headed to the other end with the rebound. It's the Lady Indians. Running into her own teammate, Grace White, and so she bounces off of Kenzie Koch.
Yeah, I think Kenzie got tied up in the middle against the Winfield girls and couldn't get out of the way.
So it'll be Winfield's basketball. Full court pressure this time from Ellsbury, which we haven't seen a lot of in the first half. So a change here. And Rensley Davidson forces a pass over, and she was trying to find Shoemake. Shoemake let it hit off of the tips of her finger and go out of bounds. There wasn't much she could do. It was a little bit of a high pass.
We watched this full court press cause so much problems for so many teams.
Pressure is pressure enough whenever you're just playing the game. Chigola throws up another shot, and Plaster tries to get the rebound and does some weird stretch moves on her way down. So
I think we call that a flop.
But as we were mentioning, you have enough pressure on you regularly to have that full court pressure. It just paid off there for Ellsbury as they were able to steal it away from Winfield. Plaster puts up a shot. It is deflected. She is fouled on her way up, so she's headed to the free throw line. But the added pressure from full court pressure, it just scrambles brains. Yeah. It just, people are like, do I dribble? Do I pass? Plaster, she sinks her first free throw shot. It's almost like they just forget what they're doing at all times. Or they forget to look ahead.
Yeah, you get so tunnel visioned, I think, on the pressure, you forget to keep your eyes up at the court. I'm going to say field all the time. I'm trying to remember.
The next one from Plaster, she sinks it too. 30-14. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break as well. 6:27 to play in the third quarter on KJFM WBBA Sports.
By Custom Work Salon and Tanning, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and Lynn's Heritage House.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Rick Rodhouse, Country Financial Agent, Noah Builders, and Central State Bank of Illinois.
Out of the timeout, it was Winfield's basketball stolen away by Ellsbury. Plaster goes up, she gets the shot, she makes it, and then she is also fouled on her way to the hoop. She is at the free throw line now, as Ellsbury has seemed to have woken up here coming out of halftime. Shot rolls around and is no good. Fouled from behind. It was Grace White, I believe, and so that is going to be charged to Campbell. So that'll be her second. 30-16. Pass over to Plaster. She wants a long three. It's nothing but net. There's the energy we were talking about that they were missing in that first half. Suddenly this score looks a lot different.
Yeah.
That's 9 unanswered points. Pass over. It's Davidson, and she tries to save it, and somehow Winfield does save it, throwing it up to the hoop. It was just kind of a lopsided pass in, and Davidson and Chagola fight for it, and Chagola, I think, banged her knee up on the side of the floor. Came down pretty hard.
Yeah,
so we may have a timeout.
Yeah, she took.
Chagola's going to come off the court.
She's walking on her own, but she did bang her knee pretty hard.
You could hear it.
Yeah, with headphones on.
So she'll go see the athletic trainers. Mr. Eric Schaefer taking over for this game. Looks like Casey Sutton is headed to the other gym.
Both are fantastic trainers.
So easy to work with, so easy going. Plaster down low to Coke. Coke out to Reller, who is all by herself. Her three is long. And we're going to have another jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Warriors. 30-19 our score. 5:25 to play here in the third quarter. Breaking that full court pressure this time. And Winfield, it's tough on that sideline there. And it's stolen away by Ellsbury. This looks like a completely different team. Grace White throws up a shot. She's fouled. Her shot does not fall, but she's headed to the free throw line.
Turnbull with that foul.
That is her second. Shot up from White. Rolls around and then falls. Now just a 10-point lead. Coming out of halftime, it was a 20-point lead.
Yeah.
So
and unanswered points. Even.
Yeah. Next one up and good. White makes that one count. Now into single digits as Ellsbury is down by 9. Getting the ball up ahead. It was Fallon Davidson. She got it ahead and tried to get it off to Cecilia Campbell.
Oh.
And they're going to say ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Winfield. I think they were looking for a kick ball there.
I think he called a foul on Van Cleef. Her third.
So that changes her pace of play just a little bit. Both of these teams already into some foul trouble in this third quarter.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, the Winfield has already got 5 for.
And that sends Grace White to the free throw line because that was the 5th. She misses her first shot. In the backcourt, it's Plaster, Koch, and Barber. Hanging out at the blocks, it's Jillian Reller. Shot up and good from Grace White. Now just down by 8. 12 unanswered points. We were talking about Ellsbury needing to wake up. It seems they have, but it's Winfield who needs to wake up now. Campbell looking for the foul again. Probably could have had an attempt to get in that rebound. It's White who's going to dribble around. Ellsbury has sped things up here. A nice pass from Plaster. She finds Coke. Coke throws it up, and it falls. 24 points now for Ellsbury as they trail 30-24, so they've cut that deficit. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with more on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Tournament coverage brought to you by Center Locker Service, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Meyer Implement Company.
Get the best deals of the year during New Holland's Value Bonanza, going on now at Bowling Green Tractor. Put 0% financing for 72 months in your pocket, or choose a freeloader on Workmaster subcompact and compact tractors and Boomer compact tractors. Reliable, powerful, and easy to run. They help you tackle chores without breaking the bank. Work smarter with year-end Value Bonanza savings at Bowling Green Tractor. Stop in today. Offers end December 31st. For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualifications and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
30-24 is our score as the Winfield Lady Warriors still lead Ellsbury. Ellsbury had to come back from a 20-point deficit, and they've cut that down to 6. Ellsbury has done all the scoring here in the third quarter. Nothing from Winfield after a very impressive first half. It seems like things have quieted down, but there's been some changes to Ellsbury, and they've definitely changed their pace of play. Another trap.
Yeah, Winfield's got to do something. They can't have 14 unanswered prayers. You can't unanswered points. You can't survive a game that way.
Getting it to Cecilia Campbell. It's punched by Maya Plaster, but gets it back out. Ellsbury's going to drive to the baseline and forces a pass. It's taken away by Kinsey Koch. She gets it to Grace White. She's going to use that speed, getting it to Maya Plaster. She's all by herself. She wants 3. Her 3 shot is wide. Getting the rebound, it is Chloe Turnbull. Turnbull will try to slow things down as there's no full court pressure this time from Ellsbury. Nice pass down low, and then a pass back out, and it's taken, and we have a jump ball on the floor. Possession arrow favors the Lady Indians.
It'll be quick. It'll be interesting to see how quick that full court pressure comes back.
Walcott into the game. And Van Cleve into the game. Coming out, it is Turnbull and
Shoemake.
So they'll have a seat on the bench for Winfield as they try to change things up a little bit so they can see if they can get some height down low. Blaster, she wants a 3. She was all by herself just off the front of the rim. A long rebound and running into Grace White, it was Davidson. Believe that there's going to be foul charge to Rinsley.
Yeah, it'll be her first.
And so there was not much she could do about it. It just kind of got that tunnel vision of, hey, I need to get this rebound, and ends up running into Grace White. But Grace White makes it count at the free throw line. Now trailing by just 5. She can sink this one. It would be a 2-possession game. And she does. Wow, what a third quarter for Ellsbury.
Here's the pressure
16
back.
points. Davidson gets it ahead to Fallon Davidson. They get it to Cecilia Campbell. Cecilia Campbell throws up a shot, and she is fouled this time, so she will head to the free throw line, but she just was throwing it up there. Don't think there was really an intention of getting it to fall. I think she was really just looking for the foul.
Yeah, that's one of those, again, shooting fouls that to me doesn't seem to add up.
It's off the front of the rim. So the first one she misses.
The foul was given to Kinsey Koch, so that was her second.
Next one. She makes that one count. That is the first point from Winfield in the third quarter. And that comes with just over 3 minutes to play. Pass from White over to Plaster. We'll play a little bit of keep away and then find Chicola in the corner. Chicola over to Plaster. Plaster quickly puts up a 3. It's nothing but net. What a third quarter from Ellsbury, specifically Maya Plaster. Full court pressure and almost taken away. Winfield's going to have to navigate here. It's Rinsley Davidson heading back to the other end. Walcott right there underneath the hoop. She's going to make some room. She's fouled. Her shot does not fall. Ella Barber, I believe, is going to be charged with the foul.
Yeah, I don't think she believes it, but yes.
31-29.
I think Wilcott's got to do a little better to get that shot up quicker.
Rims in and out. Bounces around a few times. Played a little bit of pinball with that one. She brings it back to a 2-possession game. 32-29 the lead for the Warriors. Next one off the back of the iron. Long rebound taken by Rensley Davidson. And it'll be Van Cleve running point. Van Cleve with a pass to Fallon Davidson. And Rensley Davidson heads to the right wing as they try to set something up with just over 2 minutes to play.
She picks up her dribble, looking for a little help, and gets it from Van Cleve.
Van Cleve to Rensley Davidson, skip pass to Fallon in the corner. Fallon's going to drive and throw up a shot with her right hand, and underneath the hoop, I believe that was Walcott, who put it in for the Warriors. Campbell,
yep.
34-29.
Certainly a good rebound and putback.
Plaster just loses her footing there. She got a pass over to Chicola.
That hurt my knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk after that one. Ellsbury are able to get their own rebound again. They get it back out to Maya Plaster. Oh, she wants a three, but no, just a little long. They're going to give it to Maya again. She looked at the hoop. She's going to drive to the hoop this time, and her shot is no good. She's on the ground. Getting the rebound, it's Van Cleve pressing it ahead to Fallon Davidson. She throws up a layup, and it was good job by Grace White to get a hand in there. Just that little bit of distracting, and now Grace White throws it through the other end, and Maya Plaster throws up a shot. She is fouled, and that's going to be charged to Campbell.
It's going to be charged to Campbell for sure. Her third.
Hanging on to a 5-point lead. But Winfield has only scored 4 points since halftime. Shot up from Plaster, and it falls.
2 free throws and a putback by Campbell has been Winfield's score in this quarter.
Next shot is also good. And we'll have a timeout as our score 34-31. Ellsbury has definitely made a comeback, and they're threatening to take the lead. 1 minute to play in the third quarter of action. We'll be back next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Tournament coverage brought to you by Bolin Chevrolet. Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana and DG Firearms.
Think about all that's important to you, your family, your possessions, and your future. Pick up the phone and call Rick Rodhouse from Country Financial. He, along with his staff, will assist you with insurance coverage to protect what matters most, in addition to preparing for the future. Best of all, Rick will take the time to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. For coverage you need at a price you can afford, contact Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency in Pleasant Hill to chat about your insurance needs today.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
(34-31) our score as Ellsbury still trails Winfield. And they had a little bit of trouble with the scoreboard. It turned off and on a couple of times. But now they're ready to go. Coming out of the timeout, it will be Winfield's basketball. 1:09 to play here in the third quarter. Ellsbury has done a great job of holding Winfield to just 4 points since halftime. Winfield looking to change that. And Kinsey Cope, good defense there as they were trying to get it ahead to Rensley Davidson. And she would have had an easy route to score if Kinsey wasn't there.
Yeah, Winfield did a good job to get that ball across the timeline and then down low, but Kinsey knocked that ball out of bounds with good defense.
Tossing the ball in, it'll be Turnbull. She gets a high pass over to Fallon Davidson. It bounces off the hands of Fallon, taken by Chigola, and we have a carry. Just got a little excited. So it'll be a turnover, and it'll be Winfield's basketball again.
It looked like to me that ball was knocked out. I mean, she did kind of lose it, but she did turn her hand over, so
Fallon at the top of the key. She'll swing it to Rensley. Rensley will dribble around, hanging around near the perimeter, and then a toss all the way across court and down to Walcott. Walcott with a pass that is blocked.
Another good defensive play by Cope.
It'll be Grace White with the basketball. 23 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 34-31 our score. Great third quarter from Ellsbury so far. Cope to Chigola. Chigola, she wants three. No. But underneath the hoop getting the rebound, it's Reller. She gets it to Barber. They have 5 seconds. Going to have to work quick. White's going to have to throw it up. She gets it to Barber instead. Barber's shot is up tipped and the buzzer sounds. 34-31. What a third quarter from Ellsbury. Able to make a comeback as they were down 20 as we came out of halftime. We'll have the final quarter of play. Who will make it to the championship? Find out next on KJFM WBBA Sport.
Backhoe and excavating, advanced eye care, and wood smoked meats.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cake, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Catwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
34-31 our score as we head into the fourth quarter of action. Maddie Ingram, Chris Grody in the middle school gym. It is Mark Fronick and April Fronick as they have Bowling Green and North Callaway. If you're hoping to find that game, you can find it online on our YouTube page. So we have the championship semifinals here in the high school. It was Clopton defeating Louisiana earlier in the evening. It just was a good game for Clopton, not so great of a game from Louisiana. So Louisiana will play for third place, and then Clopton will play in the championship. The winner of this one will play Clopton for the championship on Friday. The loser will play Louisiana for third place.
Winfield with the ball. Turnbull passes the ball into Van Cleef, gives the ball back to Turnbull. Back to Van Cleef, and they're going to call a foul on Plaster, trying to intercept the ball. Her first of the game. It's probably okay to have one in the second half if you have.
It's taken by Kenzie Koch. Man, she hit the ground hard, but she gets it ahead to her teammates. She's going to be slow to rise as it looks like Chigola will come in, and she just hit the floor hard. She was going to dive for the basketball, and she did get it into her team's possession, but it does come with a cost. As it'll be Ellsbury's basketball inbound near the baseline. Maya Plaster with a hook shot, and it does not fall. It was too high up off the glass. It's Winfield coming away with the rebound. Pushing it up the court to Rensley Davidson. Rensley Davidson looks wanted to three. I think if she would have held her ground just a little bit, she would have had an easy shot as Plaster was just kind of crashing in. That was a nice pass that was taken away from Plaster. And then gets it ahead, and then it's taken away by Ellsbury again. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just trying to get to her spot. It was Chloe Turnbull, and she ended up running right in line with a pass that I think they were trying to get to Campbell.
Campbell was in really good position to get the ball, and like you said, Turnbull come crossing the court, and I don't know if the ball hit her in the head or the arm, but she certainly was in the wrong place, the wrong time.
She just knew that she needed to be somewhere that she was supposed to be. She was like, I don't care how I get there, and ran right through a pass. And Chigola almost traveled there. Picked up her foot, but did not go all the way. Offensive foul?
No. Oh, they called that on.
Rensley Davidson?
You got to be set to get a charge, and she was not. She was trying to get out of the way. Winfield coach kind of wants an explanation.
Yeah. So
I don't really blame him.
She bounced hard. She's grabbing at her nose a little bit, so it'll be Ellsbury's basketball still. And Davidson will see her second foul tallied on the board. Blaster wants 3. No, it's off the mark. Getting the rebound, though, Jillian Reller. And Winfield tries to take it away, but they get it down to Barber. Barber is fouled. Her shot does not fall, but she's headed to the free throw line. 34-31 our score if you're just joining us. The winner of this game will go to the championship, which will be played against Clopton on Friday evening. Right now it's Winfield leading Ellsbury, but Ellsbury has made a great comeback. 6:27 to play, and Ella Barber can cut this lead down even more. Shot rolls around for the first. Walcott comes in for Campbell. Next shot from Barber. Oh, do we have a lane violation? Think so.
Yep, on Ellsbury, so
a lane violation. Doesn't matter, the shot didn't fall anyways, but we are headed to the other end. It'll be Ellsbury's basketball, full court pressure from Ellsbury as Winfield moves up the court. They get it down to Walcott. Walcott makes some room. Hook shot, no. Rebound taken by Grace White. White is looking ahead, but all of her teammates with their backs turned. So she'll pull up and let everybody get set as they look to run their offense.
Winfield is not taking very good quality shots when they get the ball down court.
3 from White off the back of the iron. It's Walcott with the rebound. She gets a bounce pass out. They get it ahead to Turnbull to Rinsley Davidson. She wants a long 3. It's nothing but net.
First points of the half here.
6-point lead for the Lady Warriors. 37-31 with just over 5 minutes to play. Reller was trying to make some room. She tried to toss a pass in. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ellsbury, so it'll be Winfield's basketball. Trying to figure out what she wants to do. That was Turnbull. She looked at about 3 different passes and then reared up like she was going to make a baseball pass down the other end. Davidson, she is fouled on her way to the hoop, so she's headed to the free throw line. The foul, I believe, is going to be on Kinsey Koch, and it'll be her third.
Yep.
First shot from Fallon, no good. Next one. It falls. 38-31. As Plaster pulls up. She's hanging out near half court, but then gets it to Chigola. Wide open is Jillian Reller. They're not even looking to her. Now they are. She wants a 3. Oh, just a little long. Long rebound, too, taken by Rinsley Davidson. She bounces off of Jillian Reller before pulling up, and will she pick up her dribble and pass it off to Van Cleve? That looks like the next mark, and that it is. And getting it down low to Walcott. Walcott puts it off the glass for 2, 40-31. And bringing the ball up the court for Ellsbury, it's Grace White. White gets it to Plaster. Plaster to Chigola. Chigola is going to give a chest pass over to Grace White. White looks to Reller to Chigola. Chigola is going to drive in. She throws up a shot. She is fouled. Her shot does not fall.
Not, and they're going to give the foul to number 10, Claire Shoemake. Is it Shoemake or Schumach?
Shoemake.
Shoemake. Her first.
Chigola sinks her first free throw. 40-32. 4 minutes to play. As we mentioned, the winner of this game will head to the championship. But we've had a very back-and-forth game. Be interesting to see who ends up there.
Did she make her first?
Yes, she did, and she made her second as well. Getting it ahead to Rinsley Davidson. Rinsley navigates traffic super well. She throws up a shot, count the bucket, and the foul.
Wow.
She made that look easy.
It's unbelievable.
If she can make this 3-point play here, she'll give Winfield a 10-point lead. Barber comes in for Chigola, and I believe that was Chigola's first foul.
That is her first foul. I don't know why you take her out at that point.
She's been pretty good. And Rinsley Davidson does complete the 3-point play. 10-point lead for Winfield. The Ellsbury's basketball, Grace White in the corner. Devasia Hardwick tries to force a pass to Maya Plaster. Fallon Davidson gets her hands on it, but Plaster is able to recover. It's White who throws up a shot quickly, and we do have a foul underneath the hoop. I'm assuming that was on Coke.
Her fourth.
Yeah. So we'll have a timeout on the floor. 3:45 to play in this game. It's a 10-point lead for Winfield as they lead over Ellsbury 43-33 on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Bowling Green tournament coverage brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Mike Henry Excavating, and Sun Window Company.
The Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Perkins Electrical Services, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
3:45 to play in the high school gym, and this is the championship semifinal, and Ellsbury and Winfield duking it out to see who's going to greet Clopton in the championship. Who's going to meet them there? 43-33, it's Winfield leading currently as Ellsbury made a great comeback in the third quarter, and then things have kind of slipped through their fingers here in the fourth.
Oh, good job keeping her feet for Rinsley Davidson.
But Ellsbury has not led in this game since the first quarter. Driving to the hoop, a block from Kinsey Koch, but I believe we have a foul before that.
Call that on Kenzie?
No, I think there was.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah, that was all ball.
That is her fifth then,
That's
so
her
she's
fifth.
fouled out. I thought that the foul came before it, and I thought they were going to call it on the floor.
That was
the whistle blew before she even. Okay.
You heard all ball, so I don't know what they called on her.
What a block.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that.
I was going to get excited on a foul out, but
Rinsley Davidson makes the first shot count. Extends that lead to 11. Yeah, I don't know what happened or what went wrong there.
it was so quiet in the gym. You heard
everything.
Yeah.
And it was just, there's a difference between basketball and skin.
That's right.
45-33 as Davidson makes her second. Plaster to Hardwick. Just over 3 minutes to play in this game. Long pass from Devasia Hardwick. It was tipped. It goes high and wide out of bounds.
Yeah, Deputy David Barton was the closest person to that pass.
Is he throwing a jersey on, or?
No, I don't think so.
And they went back to that full court pressure that we were talking about, but Winfield did a great job there with it. Van Cleve at the top of the key with 2:40 to play. Rinsley Davidson's going to hold on a little bit, saying, come get me. And Ellsbury's going to have to do some fouling eventually as the clock continues to tick down.
Oh.
That was very close to an over and back. Van Cleve they're just dribbling around.
Yeah.
Ellsbury's going to have to do something. So Grace White did everything she could. I think she was really looking for the foul there, but Plaster knocks it around, and Fallon Davidson's going to toss it over to Rinsley Davidson. Rinsley loses a handle on it. Grace White comes up with it, and then she's called for the travel instead of a jump ball. She did fall with it in her hands. It was in her possession, so she does get called for travel.
Yeah.
Stinks because of how much work they did to get there, but toss into the backcourt for Fallon Davidson. She's met by Jillian Reller. Fallon will dribble behind her back before passing it off to Van Cleve. Van Cleve driving, and over to Brinsley Davidson. She is fouled. I think that's going to be on Grace White. No, I think they gave it to Jillian Reller. So.
Okay. Well, that would be Jillian's third. That was good?
Yep. Making her first free throw shot, that was Van Cleve. 46-33.
Her first points in the second half.
And the next from Van Cleve, nothing but net as well. 47-33. Now just 2 minutes to play. Ellsbury has some work to do. They made a great comeback in the third quarter, held Winfield to just 4 points after a great first half from Winfield, and then it just seems like things have slowed up for Ellsbury, but opening up the scoring again, 47-35 as Grace White gets in on the action. Dribbling around, it's Van Cleve. She is fouled, and that will be on Jillian Reller.
Yeah, for her fourth.
Bowling Green trails North Callaway 37-29 in the middle school gym after 3 quarters of play. So we are inching towards wrapping this one up. 47-35 our score as Winfield leads Ellsbury. The winner of this one will walk their way to the championship. Next shot up, and it falls. 48-35. Ellsbury trying to work quick here as they've got to field a comeback. Ellsbury dribbling around. It's Grace White with control of the basketball. She gives it to Maya Plaster with a bounce pass out to Ella Barber. And it's off the foot of Grace White. They get it out, though, and it's White who's able to recover it, taking it back for Ellsbury. She pulls up at the free throw line. She throws up a shot. The shot doesn't fall, but she is fouled.
I thought he said 10.
I think it's Shoemake.
Her second.
First shot is good from Grace White. 48-36 as Grace takes her spot at the free throw line once again. She comes set. Next shot is nothing but net as well. Cuts it down to 11. 1:16 to play. Winfield with the lead. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break as well. Bring you back that final minute of action next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Bowling Green tournament coverage brought to you by Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, Pike Lincoln Technical Center, and Pogue Ford.
With 14 stores across Missouri and Illinois, La Crosse Lumber Company provides lumber, quality products, and service to homeowners, builders, DIYers, and more. With some of the top brand names in the business available, La Crosse Lumber has what you need for your next project. Stop into any location for a free estimate before you start your next build. La Crosse Lumber Company, the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, State Farm Agents, Pepsi, and Ackles Farm Market.
48-37 our score as Winfield leads Ellsbury as we get ready to head into that final minute of play. And the winner of this game is going to play Clopton on Friday. The loser will play Louisiana. Still working on some things in the middle school gym, so we'll get you an updated bracket as soon as we have all of our scores from tonight's games. Tomorrow night it will be boys semifinals, and we'll also break down that bracket when we get to the post-game show here. Right now, Ellsbury still has some fight in them as they battle Winfield, who came into this tournament as the 6th seed, and they've put on a great performance. Fallon Davidson gets it ahead to Rinsley. Rinsley's going to dribble around. Ellsbury's going to have to do something. That clock is ticking, and going to be charged with the foul. It's Grace White as Fallon Davidson will head to the free throw line.
Her first foul of the ballgame.
Grace?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, they have 2. I only have 1.
First one from Fallon. Rolls around and then falls. 49-37. Walcott out of the game. Campbell into the game. Next shot up from Fallon Davidson. Nothing but net. She's been impressive this tournament. And Maya Plaster will dribble up the court with less than a minute, trying to even things out just a little bit. Nice bounce pass down to Chigola, who's all by herself. Now they trail by just 11.
How does she keep the ball?
I don't know how she stays on her feet. And she doesn't there. She rolls around a few times before going out of bounds. But it'll be Winfield's basketball. And we do have a foul. I believe that's going to be on Chigola.
I think so.
Yep.
Her second.
Her second. So Rensley Davidson at the free throw line. Off the front of the rim. Coming into the game, it's Ella Barber. Staveja Hardwick will have a seat. In the back court, it's Jillian Reller. And Winfield's Fallon Davidson. Next one. It falls through. 51-39. 37 seconds on the clock. Barber to Plaster. Everything opened up. She's going to drive the lane to the hoop.
Wow.
She puts it up for another two. She's been consistently good in this game. We have a timeout on the floor with just 30 seconds to play. As we get ready to wrap this one up, we'll be back next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Processing and smokehouse meats, Kearns Construction, and all parts.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
A 10-point lead for the Winfield Lady Warriors over Ellsbury. So just trying to close this one out. It looks like it's going to be Winfield and Clopton in the championship. On Friday, it will be Ellsbury, Louisiana in the third place game. Still trying to figure out who's going to be in that consolation game taking on Silex. It'll either be Bowling Green or North Callaway, as that game was kind of going back and forth. Bowling Green had fought their way back into it, so hoping for good news on that home front there, as Mark and April Phonik are in the middle school gym for the consolation semifinals. And losing a grip on it, Winfield's going to take the basketball away, as Staveja Hardwick and Maya Plaster went after it for Ellsbury, but it looks like we do have a foul with 22 seconds on the clock.
Foul goes to Chigola for her third.
At the free throw line, it's Van Cleve. Her first shot is off the front of the rim. No good. Barber into the game for Hardwick. And as Van Cleve gets set for the other, her team awaits her at the other end. That's nothing but net. 52-41, 22 seconds to play. It's Grace White bringing the ball up the floor for Ellsbury. Ellsbury's going to dribble around. 13 seconds now. Chigola with a three ball, and it's nothing but net. She drains that three. 44 points now for Ellsbury. They still trail in this one. With 3 seconds to go, we have another foul. It's going to be a push from behind. And
Chigola.
That's going to be her fourth. Next from Van Cleve is up and good. So in the last 30 seconds, she's had 3 of her 4 free throw shots, and that one off the back of the iron. Gonna have to throw up a prayer there, and it's Maya Plaster who throws it to the other end of the gym. It's Winfield who closes out this victory, 53-44. They're headed to the championship, and Ellsbury will play Louisiana for third place on Friday night. We'll come back with final scoring numbers and the postgame show next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Bowling Green by Lacrosse Lumber. Silex Banking Company, and Calumet of Missouri.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
It's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATV side-by-side motorcycle. Time to work with Soul and chainsaws, heaters, leaf blowers, and more. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just on Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Brown's Processing Smokehouse means your stop and stocking your freezer. Brown's frozen chicken, steaks, burgers, ready to go. They'll a custom butchering around. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats for your meat processing, smokehouse, and homemade sausage. Just on Highway 61 in Silex.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. That commitment is paid off. Winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
We have a score update from the other gym. It was North Callaway defeating Bowling Green, so knocking Bowling Green girls out of the tournament. Final score 52-36. Riley Blevins had 21 points for North Callaway. Natalie Schrock had 10 points for North Callaway, and it was Kaylin Charlton from Bowling Green who posted 22 points. So a good performance from Kaylin. But unfortunately, Bowling Green sees their tournament run come to an end, and then we also had the Van Far Lady Indians who saw their tournament run come to an end as well. So in that consolation game, which will be played on Friday, it'll be Silex and North Callaway. In the third place game, it's going to be Louisiana and the Ellsbury Lady Indians, and then on the championship side of things is the Clopton Lady Hawks taking on the Winfield Lady Warriors. The Winfield Lady Warriors, the 6th seed in this tournament, they upset North Callaway day 1. Mm-hmm. They upset Ellsbury day 2. So that is the 3 seed in North Callaway, the 2 seed in Ellsbury. And so they were able to knock off a couple of big wins there and a couple of upsets to find themselves in the championship. And so they're a team that, you know, if you're in that championship, you better fear them just a little bit, just because of the work that they've put in to get there.
Yeah, just because they're going hard. I mean, they come in, you know, like you said already, knock off the top seed team, and then that builds momentum, it builds motivation and spirit, and that leads to good games. And they played tough through the third quarter. I mean, Winfield completely lost in the third quarter, and quite literally could have lost the game, but they didn't quit and continued to push and play tough. So now they're in the championship game.
Yeah, so it was a really impressive first half from Winfield, and so they outscored Ellsbury. They had a 20-point lead going to halftime. And then it was Ellsbury who only allowed Winfield to score 4 points, but Winfield never lost their lead because Ellsbury had to do quite a bit of legwork to get to where they were. And so Ellsbury brought it back within 2 points, 2 possessions a couple of times. And so, you know, you head into the fourth quarter thinking this is going to be tough. Who's going to come out on the winning side of this? And it was just like something snapped once again in Winfield, and they were doing everything that they were doing in that first half. And Ellsbury started doing everything that they were doing in the first half, which was not successful for them. So there were a couple of changes, and so it just really seemed like everything was shifting to the Warriors' favor rather than the Indians' favor.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it just kind of flip-flopped there. In the first half, Winfield had everything going their way. The third quarter, Winfield couldn't get anything to fall. I mean, they didn't even have hardly 4 points in the entire third period, and then they sustained just enough. Winfield's pretty good. The Davidson girls are pretty good, and I mean they were certainly the lead scorers, very close to one another in scores here in the game.
Well, let's run down some final scoring. We'll once again go over the tournament bracket, who's who and where they are on Friday, and then we will also set up tomorrow night's games, as we will have 4 more games for you on KJFM WBBA Sports. But let's lead with the Ellsbury Lady Indians, their final score.
Sure, the home team was the Ellsbury Lady Indians. They were led by Maya Plaster with 19 points. Kelsey Chigola came in second there with 12. Grace White with 9. Jillian Roller with 2. And Kenzie Koch with 2. That's the scores for Ellsbury. Going for the Winfield Warriors, they were led by Rensley Davidson with 17, followed by Phelan Davidson with 16. Then it goes to Olivia Van Cleef with 10, Cecilia Campbell with 5, Jolene Lawson and Chloe Turnbull with 2, and Kaylee Walcott with 1.
So that is the final scoring numbers. The final score in this one, 53-44. So once again, laying out the bracket for Friday night, it'll be the Ellsbury Lady Indians and the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. They'll be playing for third place for consolation. It is the North Callaway Lady Thunderbirds taking on the Silex Lady Owls. And then in the championship, it is the Clopton Lady Hawks taking on the Winfield Lady Warriors. So go ahead, take a look at some of the brackets for tomorrow. We're going to get started with a really good game, one that I'm excited for. Bowling Green taking on Ellsbury. We saw a really great performance from Bowling Green yesterday, and one of the things that we've talked about is there's been some inconsistencies with Bowling Green this year, but when they play well,
man, they're tough.
They're very, very tough, and yesterday was one of those instances. So it is Van Far and Bowling Green for the the championship semifinal, and Winfield and Clopton also in the high school gym for the championship semifinal. So two of those 4 teams are looking to fight their way to the championship. The other 2 will fall to that third place game. And then tomorrow night as well in the middle school gym, it is Silex and North Callaway. And Louisiana and Ellsbury, they will be fighting it out to stay alive in the tournament and make it to that consolation game. So you can follow all of the action on air and online at KJFM WBBA Radio. So we'll keep you updated here. But from this one tonight, it was another really good night of basketball. We're excited for championship night, which is sneaking up on us, as tomorrow night we have semifinals for the boys. So from Maddie, from Chris, from Mark and April in the middle school gym, saying good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for the 99th annual Bowling Green Tournament boys semifinal action on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of sports online and daily Eagle 102 sports, all from your area sports here at KJFM Radio.
Serving the Twin Falls, Missouri and Illinois. Eagle 102, KJFM, Louisiana, Bowling Green, and the Eagle 97.5, WBBA.